What? Worm bad, sword bad. Combining the two equals good.
Well,
Mills dying, not a bad thing.
No, the sword is great. I'm
No!
ruling the world
I
now.
will not have this discussion. I will not have this discussion. But Brian, you were with us in the swamp when we met the old witch, right?
Yes.
Okay, and she said that there was something deep beneath the Shade Spire. Is that what is this? Something or other? Kingspire.
Kingspire, yes.
Kingspire. And since then, we've gone into the ruins of Kingspire and discovered ourselves somehow in the distant past. And it's a Groundhog Day that just keeps repeating where...
Right, I remember that part because I came in on the second part of you guys discovering Groundhog Day.
Okay, very good. Very good. So, yeah, now we're going to break that. And we think that there is a weapon. We think the rune sword will help us to break that cycle, but we don't know.
So you're sacrificing Nils to the sword and to the worm simultaneously.
No, that's
we do have a tapestry
by accident.
By a worm.
Just by accident.
Well, it wasn't really planned. It's more happenstance. I just like saying happenstance.
So this basket that I'm seeing, are we in the basket? Are we above the basket? Or
No.
Well, no. Some are in it, and some are running towards it. And that big red zigzag is a worm the size of Gorma.
Basically, it's Shai Halud.
Excellent. Did
No.
you bring a thumper
We
with them?
have worm sign.
Someone bring a thumper. You can plant it so the rest of us can run.
We need an ornithopter is what we need.
Well, that's kind of what I was planning, but I guess I didn't communicate it, so everyone followed me.
Oh.
No, you just
I
ran.
didn't follow you.
That's all you did was
I'm standing
run.
behind wrapping up some nice armor.
Right. Of
Why
course,
not?
since I rule the world, I figure everybody's going to be following me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Sure. Well, I can just make a luck roll and just happen to see if I have a thumper on me, right? I'll just use my lucky dice here.
Now, Nils, I have an idea because it's
You're
pretty
gonna
clear this thing's coming towards you, and you determined that last time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it might behoove you when that thing gets really close is to toss that glass ball full of magic bees down its throat.
Ooh.
That's an idea.
I don't know what it'll do, but it's probably going to do more than any of our weapons.
Except
Very likely.
possibly the sword.
Except possibly the sword, and I'm going to try a spell, but this thing's fucking huge.
Brian, I'm not sure if you caught in the email thread last week or the week before where we talked about experience point revision.
Yeah, I read that.
Per session.
Correct, per session you attend. Yep.
Yeah, so I think you might
Got
be in your second or third session with your character. Also,
Third session with the character, but yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Assuming he lives.
Assuming he lives. So that would mean he'd need 4 sessions to go to level 3, so on and so forth. So
no worries.
Yep. Let's see, what am I saying? Oh, the other thing is that we're experimenting with is the concept of the party caller, right? The party foreman.
Sure.
I know we've messed around with this a little bit at the table with some mixed success. Last week, so what I'm trying to do is have a party caller for the entire session, and then that caller role kind of rotates session to session. So last week Peter was the caller.
Okay.
This week we'll need a new caller. Anybody can volunteer. We can dice.
I'll be the caller since I'm ruling the world anyway.
Okay. Okay. There's nothing quite like assertiveness when wielding a runic weapon.
So let me just understand the mechanics. So can we talk to each other, and then at some point the caller decides what our party's action is going to be?
So right. So go ahead, Nils.
I'm just going to say that my just for Brian's sake, I'm extra hairy because every time I cast one of my spells, I keep growing more and more hair, and now all my hair is sticking straight out. It's because of this super.
So are you Captain Caveman?
Thing.
Yes,
basically, yeah.
He really is. That's excellent. Yeah.
He even has a club, I hear.
Yeah, but I probably
shouldn't
like
a slip sprite.
I probably shouldn't be the caller because I probably may need to step away here and there with to take care of Grace.
I'm fine with you being the caller, Nils. It just means that we'd kind of degenerate into some chaos when you're present. So
Radiant is chaotic. So
exactly.
I think
Exactly.
So, Brian, the way I see the caller's role is really more about building consensus within the party about what actions to take, and then relaying those party actions to the GM. And certainly PCs are welcome to relay their own individual actions, but it's more about keeping the party moving, kind of thing.
No, totally get it.
And it
Totally
worked. I think we had some okay success last week with that, and I think we'll just keep building on it. So with that, why don't we go ahead and do the things we don't know about you, about your characters. So Nils, you want to tell us one thing we don't know about Rydian?
Oh shoot, I had one last week and you didn't ask, and now I've forgotten it.
Do you want me to skip you over and we'll go to Brian?
Yeah,
Okay.
do that.
Oh gosh, Brian gets figured out. Oh,
Hapless Hal.
let's see. I think last time I indicated that he was down on his luck typically. What you don't know is that he is. Well, let's just say the last guild he was a part of, he didn't part on good terms with.
Okay.
So there's a reason why he is out of the town and out in the countryside, and it has to do with the fact that he didn't part well with the last guild he was a part of.
He crossed.
Some sort of conflict, something happened, and
right.
he's outside of town. Not some might say on the lam, but maybe not.
It's a misunderstanding.
It is a misunderstanding. He normally is really good at following the rules, and it's just a misunderstanding. He's sure it'll be cleared up soon.
Okay. Are you you're a lawful thief, is that right?
He's a lawful thief, yeah.
Okay,
so
awesome, I love it. How about Horace?
So let's see. Already mentioned that Horace was an orphan. So after Horace's very, very quick first adventure where he realized he was good at hitting things with a big weapon, he enrolled himself in battle school. And while at battle school, training to be his warrior self, he was bullied. Despite his size, he was bullied for his low intelligence.
Oh, okay. By his peers there within the... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Looks like Nils has dropped off, so...
No, I'm still here.
Oh. I saw you drop off the Roll20, but I guess you're back.
I didn't know that I did anything. So, okay, so I figured mine out.
All right, what is it?
So, I'm basing this actually on my star sign, which seemed like a good thing to use.
Awesome.
So his star sign is, I'm not sure actually what the star sign is, but the actual sign is, but he's lived through famine. Gives you a bonus for fortitude rolls. So the last one I told you about, the last tidbit, was because he knows Minotaur because he had a Minotaur nanny. The reason he had the Minotaur nanny was because his parents died, and he was raised for at least part of his life through by the Minotaurs in the area because his parents died from famine and like that. So.
Okay, that's why he was raised by the Minotaur matron.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And probably where he got his peculiar chaotic bent and
yes, yeah.
Sucking at the teat of the Minotaur matron. I love it. Okay, so sort of to recap the situation, you guys had descended into.
Did Peter do one?
Sorry?
Did Peter do one?
No. Oh, a secret? A secret of Gerda is she has a sister that she has a vague memory of.
Oh, sorry, Peter. I totally skipped over you.
No worries. So Gerda's secret is that she has a sister she has a vague memory of. And
Older or younger?
Younger.
Okay.
And Hammy's secret is that he has, there's actually a rather sizable inheritance that he walked away from when he left his home and never went back to it.
Okay.
And since Gerda's last name is Loins, her sister's name is Tinder.
Yes!
Let the sparks fly.
Brian, we need a character icon for you. Let me see if I can find your original one from the surface of Kingspire. Do you remember what
I'll be back in a second.
What do you remember what that looked like for you, Brian? I don't.
I have no idea. I don't even remember. I really don't even remember having a particular character icon. I think we were just as a group when I was last in.
That could very well be true. We may not have, done the combat map thing or anything like that. Why don't I grab you one real quick?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe I made you one.
If you don't have one, you'll have one after tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's okay. We won't be able to use it again because we're all going to die anyway.
Stop that. I really like my characters. It's a terrible thing. I know you shouldn't like them.
They grow on you.
You have to like them.
Oh, I just love Herta. It's not good. Because technically she just hit 3rd level. But we paused the last adventure. We paused.
Of course we paused. Yeah, actually, I prefer giving experience out at the end of the completion of an adventure rather than the middle. But
yeah, well, that's it.
It makes more sense.
Where we had to stop last time because it was 10:15, we all agreed it wasn't really the completion of the adventure, so it didn't count towards an entire.
No, it counts as a session. It just you guys just can't level until you have an opportunity to leave the dungeon, and they don't really carry over, right? So, when. You might mean you have 4, 5, 6 sessions at level 2, but you don't level and then once you level to 3, then you start that session count again. I think that's the right way to do it until you have that opportunity to sort of pause.
Well, odds are pretty good we'll be able to pause and do these things. So
right, I think you're absolutely right.
So, I agree with you.
Yeah. It'd be a fantastic way for me to end the semester. So.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's see here. Characters. Dead soldier. Well, how are you armed? How?
Leather.
General sneaky thiefy bits.
Yes.
Okay. Pirates.
General sneaky thiefy bits. Definitely, that's a good one. That's definitely good.
Okay.
It's techno speak.
Longsword, dagger, crossbow, backpack, thieves' tools, grappling hook. We gave up all our rations last time, didn't we, to the thief guy? The thief king.
Yeah, were you present for that? Yeah.
I was. Let me scratch out the rations then.
So I got lucky. Saved 2 wineskins full of wine, one of which we had to give to the Sith who are at the top of the spire thing here.
Right.
Okay, I'm deleting out my rations then, so those are gone.
Well, only if you were present for the adventure.
I was present for that.
Okay.
Of course, he has 10 glass marbles in a small bag.
That's important.
Oh, that's right. Hey, I had the key ring. I had a tome with some kind of spell in it and a key ring with 3 keys. A skull, a raven, and the tower keys.
I did hear from Mike. He can't make the session tonight. I think he's metagaming it. Is like, I'm not going to be there for the TPK.
He wants to get away with his helmet.
Right.
Well, it's going to be funny. We're all going to live. And hey, it was so awesome. It was amazing, man.
Right.
Eric used extra XP because it was such an awesome session.
So bummed.
Oh, well. His loss.
Yeah.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here. That's the major. Finding the right token is sort of a drag.
There's just too much stuff sometimes.
I know, and the search engine isn't that great.
It isn't.
Yeah, I've been working on a way to try and get the menu that I use as a representation of my character to stand in as the image.
Which you can do if you want to send me a photo, preferably top down. Yeah. Then I can create a token for it and load it into the Roll20 session, I believe. So just let me know when you just shoot that over to me in email.
Okay, cool. And you want top down?
Top down, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I will photograph Gerda and Hammy.
There you go.
If you don't kill them.
Peter, you probably have a thief character already somewhere in your inventory.
I just finished painting Hammy the other day.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
Hey, we're just getting. Hey, Brian, I'm going to use this token for you just because I can't find a better one.
It's a giant. Now I can fetch more.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which one am I? Oh, shoot, I admit
You're the one who's going to protect us from the worm because you're between the basket and the worm.
Oh, I see. Oops, shoot, I didn't mean to move that. I moved an arrow.
No, that's fine.
bad.
You should have privilege to the. You should have privilege to the token now.
Oh, that guy with the kind of dagger in one hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Is this the dagger you see in front of you? Yes. Yes, it is.
Is it the dagger of worm killing? Yes, yes, it is.
And you can place yourself wherever you wish to be in this encounter as I reset the scene, and then we'll roll for initiative, I imagine.
I would suggest at the top of the rope.
At the top of the rope. Climbing rapidly up the rope. Okay,
No,
so
while you decide, I'll reset the scene. So, the party had descended to the deepest levels beneath Kingspire, through some traps, through some some rebel Kith folk who had separated themselves from those of the keep proper. They had sort of tired of all the bickering and infighting and the endless monotony of the siege. So they had fled deep beneath the Kingspire dungeons themselves, and by doing so, they had separated themselves from the magic that was causing the day to repeat itself and repeat itself. But they've been trapped down here for 10, 40, 80, 120 years. They don't really know, right? Because there's no passage of time here, just this kind of endless, monotonous existence. Mm-hmm. The prince that led them down into the caverns perished some time ago. They entombed him here in this cave.
It was Lady, what's her name's lover.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And the king's brother.
She thinks he's still alive.
Well, she's hopeful.
We are always hopeful.
The party, when they had raced down here, they discovered this cavern filled with mushrooms of a variety of sizes. Gib, who's curiously absent in this adventure or in this session, ate one. Gerda gathered some. They seem to have some magical properties. And within the tomb, the party found an entombed warrior wearing a very elaborate and ornate armor with a large black blade.
Is that the black blade that Nils has?
That's the black blade that Nils has. I'm showing you a handout, which you should be able to see now.
Yeah, I see it. The fell blade.
Nils took up the blade.
Or did the blade take up Nils?
It's the blade was taken up, and
a little of both.
These blue bolts or blue streams of electricity sort of wrapped around him and shot his hair out to stand on all ends, including his beard and arm hairs and every other bit of hair that's on him, or so you're led to understand. And
yeah, I wouldn't check all those hairs. I'll trust him.
Think about it too much.
And
yeah, I don't want to think.
Horace investigated the armor while Gib plucked off the helmet. The bones of the warrior just collapsed into ash, and at this point, there was a great commotion. and this burrowing mound comes plowing towards the basket that had lowered the party into the cavern, and
mushrooms the size of trees.
Some of the party chose to run for the basket. Some of the party chose to gather up their goods, and this is where we are. So we have Ridian in the basket. It looks like
Gerda was in the basket with me,
and Hal all outside the basket.
Yeah, looks like I did not. Like I said, he's hapless, right? Oh my goodness.
And back at the tomb, stumbling down the stairs comes Horace with this awkward bundling of bits of armor and a breastplate and greaves and whatnot, all sort of bound together with loops of rope, and that's where we are. So let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
That would be Nils.
That's Nils. Start with Nils because he's the party leader for tonight. Actually, maybe it's... Oh, I wonder if that's an interesting thing to do. We'll keep the rotation going because I think it's interesting to sort of play with the different initiative modifiers.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of lets it all work out in the end. Let's see.
Oh, okay. For some reason, it doesn't work for me.
So you want to beat a 4 there, Nils, on the initiative.
They really better do that.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay. There's a halfling around me, isn't there? Did I use that? Did I use this battery?
There is a halfling. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll burn a luck.
What kind of?
Please, to get us a chance to survive.
Yeah, I think that's like 20 feet, isn't it, Brian? Or isn't it, Peter? 10. Yeah,
like
that's within 20 feet of you. So sure.
Well, halflings are just line of sight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have to be able to see you, but other than that.
Good.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll burn the luck. We need to go.
Thank you.
All right, mark it off. You guys win the initiative. Go ahead and take your actions, or tell me what you want to do.
I want to cast a spell.
Oh, right. We forgot to do that before rolling.
That's all right. You and I talked about it earlier. That's kind of...
So you are casting, Peter. Is that right? Anybody else casting?
I don't think so. I think I determined that I don't have anything that can be useful at this point.
Okay.
I'm just hoping against all hope that this does something.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and roll your spell check, Peter or Gerda?
Yeah, because it may be a moot point. There we go. So level.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Yes!
Holy crap.
It could have been so bad, but now
Wait, I'm burning luck.
You're going to burn luck from Gerda or burn luck from...
She's at 24.
You're going to burn a point of luck from Hammy or a point of luck from Gerda?
No, from Gerda it's gone forever.
Right.
No, from Hammy, because it takes me to the next level at 24.
Brian, as co-GMs, I think that we had discussed this, that halflings, and I think actually in my game, Peter, I know that we had discussed this before, that a halfling's luck can apply to any roll by the companions, including spell check. So, all right, so you're taking that up to 25, I guess, right?
No, 20. Yeah, 25 technically. Yeah.
And
you too.
I guess we should have decided what word you were trying to speak before you rolled it. But let's get a
minute. It's paralysis. I'm trying paralysis.
Oh, you're doing paralysis. Oh, pardon me.
One, because I haven't done it before, and I want to know what it does.
Okay.
I think you
paralysis versus giant worm. I ain't touching it. Although we could put it on my crossbow bolt and see what happens. I guess I should say, what does a 25 result give you, Peter?
Hold on. Okay, so it is ethereal gray mist.
Ethereal gray mist. So just note that down on your in your spell book so you know.
Yeah, The cleric designates up to 3 targets with 100 feet and paralyzes all of them. Any creature of 4 hit dice or less is automatically paralyzed. Creatures of 5 hit dice or more receive a will save. Paralysis lasts for 2d6 plus cleric's level rounds. So I figure, if it's worth it up to get 3 things, then maybe a big thing I have a chance. That's why I burned it up.
It does certainly have more than
4 hit
5
dice.
hit dice. Or 4 hit dice.
Well, I assumed. 5
its will is, oh my goodness.
Don't say that.
Well, it's supposed to be to
Is that not
25.
the official?
But I rolled a 25.
You rolled a
It's gotta be to
25.
25.
And he has a
Oh.
will mod of plus 22.
Probably not.
No!
So
No!
That would be like, holy cow, what the heck is this?
that's a 26. That looks like a 26, correct?
Can a player burn luck to affect the monsters' rolls?
No, not necessarily their rolls, but you could burn luck to
I guess you could burn more luck for the halfling to boost it even further, but
you could, yeah, you could.
but I think that would been declared earlier when the
Really?
cast happened.
Is it really
Yeah.
a plus 22? Is it really a plus 22? Are you
It
fucking
is.
with me?
I'm
I'm
not.
1 point away.
But I'll let you burn another point of luck if you want to.
Fuck yes.
There was no discussion on that one.
Hemi's like, do it!
Oh, I like it. Oh, awesome. That's awesome, Aaron. It's awesome. Oh, this is getting
It
bigger.
gets bigger. Spells beat it.
It's just facing the wrong way. There's no rotation.
No, that's fine. No,
Oh,
we don't
that's
want
a
it facing
rotation
any other
rules.
way.
I'm just waiting for someone to make a monster that grows when it gets hit by a spell.
So
Well,
why don't
you
you
could
go ahead
catch
and
it
roll
with
the
it.
number of rounds? Don't roll down.
So it's 2d6 plus
Caster level.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
4 plus 2.
years. It's that many years.
Years.
Rounds. So let's see. I counting 4 plus 2 is 6. I count 6 rounds. So a minute in which this thing is paralyzed. Not too long.
Not
We might
long
be able
enough.
to get out of here.
God, it's
Oh.
gonna fucking
Let's see.
point like hell.
On that initiative, Gerda casts the spell, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And we're running like hell.
And then the rest
Yeah.
are running like, I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, okay. So
Well, I should say the party caller would make that a conversation, but I would suggest a strategic withdrawal by the party with all extreme haste.
Nils, I concur with his opinion.
Yes, that's what the plan is.
Yep.
How long is it going to take Horace to get over here?
The armor's fairly light. It's just cumbersome. So
Right.
I'm running like hell.
what's your movement rate?
With my armor, drops down to 25.
So your movement
Ooh.
rate is 20 right now with this extra bundle.
Yep.
It's a shame.
I'm
So
running
2
like hell.
axes, 40 inches.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hammy's in the basket.
And I think we picked up an echo from Peter's setup
Okay.
because it's happened.
Oh, I forgot Gerda, sorry. Poor Hammy. It's the weirdest thing. He's feeling less lucky by the minute.
We're all feeling more alive by the minute. So,
I'm at 10 luck right. No, I'm 9 luck. That's not a negative modifier yet, is it?
No.
Hold on just a second.
Peter,
I think
Yeah.
you adjusted your headset or something or did something with your mic because we're picking up a big echo from your configuration.
What are you picking up?
An echo.
Yes.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Well,
Want me to sign out and sign back in?
it's gone to me.
sure. Why don't you try doing that? Drop out of the roll 20 and then join the roll 20.
Hang out. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I'll try muting first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Muting and then coming back online.
That sounds better.
No, that didn't
Okay.
work.
It sounds like I'm still echoing.
We hear you okay clearly on my
Yeah.
side, Nils.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, you're okay.
Okay, I was
Ethan,
echoing
Yeah, I'm okay.
myself. It sounded like
you're echoing yourself.
I was. I'm not now.
Oh well, that
Maybe
was the echo that we were getting back from Peter's
Okay.
session. I think that he's using his laptop microphone.
I am. Is it still echoing? Should I go to my...
No, you're fine. Or you're fine now.
Okay, if you're getting that, I'll go to my headset if I need to.
Though it sounds like we have a resolution, right? If that happens, if we pick up that echo, it's just bounce out of the Hangout and jump back in.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, so tell me if you guys hear it.
We will.
So before we move on to the next round, I want to declare our spell cast when we get to the next 10 seconds.
Okay.
But Horace is making a break for the basket.
Right. Can you make it in this first round?
In this first round, no. I can get about 3/4 of the way.
All right.
Or 2/3.
But we can
is that with one movement action or two movement actions?
That's where you can double
That's
move. That's 2.
Are you sure? Because everybody else made it. Hammy made it that far, and he's at 15.
Those squares are 5 feet, and your movement rate is 20, I believe.
6, 7,
Oh, which means
nope, that's dropped right there.
Okay, and you could move diagonally, but if that's where you are, that's where you are.
Where I am. And yeah, that's even with the diagonals.
We can start moving up a little as he's getting closer because we can pull him in. I'm not relieving him.
I've got a rope. We can always just make a loop and just drop it over the side.
Yeah, that's it. I'd say we got to start warming this thing up.
Okay. When all of you pile into the large dried mushroom cap that has the sort of pulley contraption that runs through the center of the fixture there, and you can sort of wheel yourself up or wheel yourself down by using this pulley contraption on the ropes. In your frantic, panicked haste to jump into the mushroom, you realize that it's very precarious, right? It starts swinging around quite a bit. Might have something to do with the length of the rope. Might have, and it's not super stable. You realize, everybody's all on one side, and it's sort of tipped up in the other way, and you're trying to, reorder yourself. So I'm just letting you know that it's dangerously precarious.
Less dangerous than being eaten by a worm immediately. So with it moving, we're
within 50 seconds. Yeah, within the next 50 seconds.
Yeah. I think we'll just have to balance ourselves out once we get everyone in.
Okay. Nils, you said, so we're starting round 2 of the paralytic worm, and you said you wanted to start casting, right?
Right. So, it is a pulley system that allows.
Let me see. Why don't I draw a sketch? I'll draw a sketch here on the. I'll draw a sketch here on the map, so you can get the same picture that I have in my mind. So there's a circular structure here, the circular pulley, and the rope comes down on either side of that pulley. And then the basket is here, right?
Yep.
And you guys are inside the basket.
Okay, so we manually have to, basically pull on the rope in some way to get us to lift up, right? Okay.
Correct. We are masters of our own fate.
Right.
I advise everyone get to one side so when I jump in, my weight doesn't displace everything.
We'll try that, but we're moving.
Okay, I'm not casting a spell. I was going to cast Enlarge to try to give somebody more strength, but that's the one that turns me into an ape. And I think jumping around and going woo-hoo in the mushroom cap's going to be a bad idea.
Maybe increasing the weight of the mushroom cap is bad.
And this is when you'd roll a 20 and we'd get so big we'd punch a hole in the bottom of a mushroom cap.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
And then the only survivor would be you as the goddamn monkey again.
That's true.
Carrying but I rule the world, so
that's how I lived last time.
It's a winning combination.
So no spell.
Okay, so no spell. So what are you guys doing?
Horse is
now
making a
round
break for the
two.
basket.
All right,
We
go
are
ahead
slowly-
and make your move to the basket.
1, 2, 3,
And we're starting
4.
to start,
Got it in one
and
action.
we're starting to,
And then we just start hauling up the rope.
yeah, trying to carefully balance ourselves to not fall through or fall over or anything like that.
Okay, all right.
And Hammy's got his crossbow out because Hammy can't do anything to help, I don't think.
Oh, that's true. Should we pull out a crossbow? How many people can pull up on the rope?
Maybe 2 could work on it together.
Who are our
Just
strong ones?
remember that firing the crossbow, is going to make the cap swing back and forth.
Crossbow will make it swing?
What?
Yep.
A swing of a sword,
I
but I
think
don't
It's
know.
Jack Jones cartoon.
In outer
unless it's a
space.
ballista or something.
Zero gravity.
That would be handy right now. Ballista would be really handy. Okay.
So would dropping that glass ball full of magic bees if that thing starts moving.
Oh, right. Okay. Since I'm, well, I
Okay,
don't
you know
know
what?
if I have
Actually,
an action since I decided not to cast a spell, but I will
You do.
ready my lightning ball people.
Oh, you're gonna
Um,
draw forth the sphere of lightning bugs. Okay.
Yeah.
okay, well, actually, Hal has a strength of 16, so I guess he probably should help pull on the rope.
Okay, so Hal's pulling. Who else is pulling?
I got a 10 with Gerda. Anybody beat that?
Horus has a 12, I think, which isn't really helpful.
Better
Although
than
the
everybody
thief
else,
is
it
the
sounds
strongest guy in the room. That's
Sorry,
funny.
he's a 13. He has a mod.
There you go. Father and
So
son.
he's on the
team.
pro.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Yes.
Why don't you guys first for me make a DC 10 reflex check to see how well you can coordinate your efforts.
Reflex check, eh? I get +3 to that.
Okay.
So.
I don't get bonuses for that.
Don't forget about your armor penalties.
Yeah, I'm going to be at a minus.
Oh, that's a good check. I don't think leather give you a check penalty.
Leather check penalty -1.
-1.
6, and then with all the stuff I have around, that's going to be encumbrance. So that's what, another -2?
Oh crap!
So that's a fail, huh, Brian?
I will burn luck. I
Um,
will burn luck. A point of luck, and he gets a D6. So for his luck die.
I made it, even at my massive negative.
All right, so
I love it.
wait. Well, you said I needed an 11. Would you? I needed a 10, right?
A 10, yes.
Oh, I made 11. My roll was an 11.
Oh, you threw an 11.
What is it? A D20 +3 -1 9 +3 plus. What is this? What is it? I clicked this reflex saving throw roll.
Yeah. Right. So it's a D20 +3
Right.
-1 for your reflex check on the armor. That's how you got to an 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
I trust you.
mouse over the if you mouse over the
Yeah, I'm just trying to read it. It's like 9 plus. Oh, the roll was a 3 plus. Okay, I got it. Never mind. I was reading both of those equations together as equating an 11. I'm like, what?
Not even
got it.
funny.
yeah, gotcha.
All right, so I don't need burn luck then because I needed just to beat a 10, right?
Okay, good. So your actions are well coordinated, and now it's just going to be 3 successive strength checks
Oh, goodness.
to get you out of range of the worm before it awakens, and you can do those on round 3.
3.
Okay, and so we're gonna roll a D20 and add a strength mod.
Oh yeah, so this is a DC 10 strength check.
Ooh, okay.
And you need to make 3 of them.
3. Okay.
3 of them consecutively.
Oh, goodness.
Either of you can make them, right?
Oh, either of us. So both of us rolling together.
Because you're both
only one of us needs
pulling.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of us has got to make it.
Actually, no. Let's make it exciting that each of you have to make the strength checks.
Oh, you're evil.
You're a bad.
So, like, if you both failed in one round, that would count as no consecutive successes, and you'd have to start over again, right? So.
So we climb halfway up, and then we miss, and it just drops all the way down to the ground, and we go up again, and it drops all the way
It
down.
doesn't move as far, right? You're trying to get out of the range of the worm that's like swaying in the suspended motion.
So we're trying to get that momentum
surrounded
going.
by this gray mist.
We're trying to get some momentum going.
Yeah, trying to put some distance between you and that worm.
All right.
Okay.
This is round 3, so this is your first opportunity for that check.
Okay, so it's, all right, strength.
Unless
check.
anybody else wants to do anything in round 2.
I throw my mighty deed into this.
Ooh.
How?
Oops.
Oh,
So
a
that's
pass for
actually-
how.
Yeah, adding my +2 for my mod, so that's a 13 for Hal.
Nice.
So that's 1 success. And go ahead, Ethan.
I don't know how I would, so we'll just. Well, one of us made it.
Okay. So I was saying 3 successes from each of you at DC 10. How am I going to track this?
I don't know.
This is
How are you gonna
scratch
track it?
paper. Brian, Ethan, or sorry, Hal and Horace.
Or just a total of 6 strength checks.
Yeah, 6 successes, sure.
Okay, that might be easier for you.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll figure
It
it. We'll
does.
figure it out. All right, round 4.
So that was 1. Do I get to make another one?
Yep, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yes! Natural 20.
Both of you. Excellent.
That should be a critical success.
Well, the 20's got to count as 2. Come on.
Well,
It's pretty impressive.
it is impressive. Sure, we'll let you catch up for that one that Ethan missed. Okay, round 5.
So we're at 3 successes then.
You're at 2 each.
2,
Yep.
so 4. We're at 4 successes. All right.
Okay, so if we make this, because we have initiative on the worm, we get out of here. Oh, no.
Wait.
No, I got a 16.
Yep, Hal's looking good. Ethan failed.
Wait. By how
No,
much?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I failed by
How much?
4. By 4.
Are we out of here if you make it?
Yes.
Yes.
1, 2. All right.
He needs 2 points from the halfling.
Yeah, I just gave it to him.
All right.
I give it to
Alright.
us. This is for all of us.
Let's have an initiative check here at the top of round 6.
Okay.
Beat a 8. Oh, simultaneous. So the worm separated from its
Paralysis.
paralysis, and it lunges up at you and snaps its jaws just out of reach as you all continue to sort of haul away at the rope. Well done.
So
Well,
it was just like that.
Wait,
Star Wars
Hammy's shooting because he's like, ah! 12. Boing!
Let's see. Can you beat AC 25?
Not with a 12.
No.
I didn't say it was going to work. It's just, it's character. He panicked.
Right.
Panic fire.
So at this, this lunging snap, the worm turns in midair and plummets towards the earth and burrows deep within the. I like.
Don't tell me we have
this.
to go back in there again, okay? That would be bad.
So this could be a great recurring wandering monster, right, Brian? In kind of a hex crawl context.
Oh, sure.
Not with
Those are
AC
great
25, it
monsters.
isn't. Nope, not with AC 25.
It has a willpower modifier of 22.
Plus 22. No, I shall not be charmed.
Yeah, not be charmed, but you know what? You could probably zap him pretty good with a lightning bolt.
That was pretty awesome, though, Peter, with your spell check for the.
That was awesome.
That saved the day.
Oh.
That saved the day.
I tell you, I love Gerda.
I think you earned some points with your deity there, because clearly you made some kind of connection.
Fuck yeah. 19.
Let's see. So you guys are hauling hand over hand. Takes you about 5 minutes to complete the journey.
Hammy's changing his pants on the way.
So let's quickly hide the armor.
I had this other worm.
Wait, there's more than one worm?
No, there were two tokens. I wasn't sure which one I was going to use.
Well, that one's cute, but you picked the right one. That scared the shit out of me. Besides, that's what I pictured coming at us, was something that big.
Yeah, you had the miniature to prove it the other day, right? Or this morning on the email thread.
It's right here. That's why I painted it. So.
Sorry, Niels, you were suggesting to do something with the armor.
Yeah, we need to hide the armor because we basically looted their king's grave. And they're not going to like
that might be a bad
this.
thing.
So
that's a good point.
Ethan said he had some sort of idea to fix this, so fix it.
By the same token, you're carrying a huge black two-handed sword
but we
with
knew,
red pulsing ruins.
They said that we could take that.
Yes.
Okay.
It didn't say that we could like defile their king.
Okay.
We didn't defile him.
I tripped. I tripped and got tangled in all this.
I do want to make one sound real quick for Aaron here and see if he knows what this is.
Oh, is that your dice tower that you?
My dice tower.
Did you pull it together? Did it work?
Yeah.
On the template. Awesome.
Made it out of foam core.
And you didn't have any trouble with the 1/8 versus one quarter.
No, I just trimmed the in between pieces by another 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I figured that you would be able to figure that out, but I was. That's awesome, man. I'm so. How does it feel? Does it feel pretty sturdy out of foam core?
Oh hell yeah, foam core and tacky glue. This thing's solid.
Have you started decorating it or decoupaging it or?
No, but I'm gonna download a bunch of black and white Goodman images and print them out.
Oh, awesome. And then are you gonna collage it up or what's?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
I have some thoughts about collaging. I'll share them with from my last experience with it. When I did this last tower.
Cool.
So I'll share some of those with you, but later offline after the game.
I would just say offline, very good, but I had to share the noise.
Oh, that's sweet. I love it. Did you guys see that template that I posted into the DOTD list?
A dice tower template.
Yeah.
So Peter, all your rolls this game are going to be in that dice tower.
Hell no, this green die here is really working well. I'm liking this.
All right.
That was a luck roll. That's a luck roll. That's a luck
There you go. There you go.
I was checking my luck. Okay. So sorry, you had some idea about how to hide the armor.
Ethan said he had an idea, so.
Oh well, when you and I were talking, I was suggesting that potentially we take some dirt and like rub it all over the armor to dirty it up and make it look like the armor that I'm wearing, and then I'd take my armor off.
Okay.
Have it all be mixed in.
I have 5 empty large sacks.
I have a large sack too.
I have 5 of them though.
I say spread it out. Yeah.
Well, we can do that too.
I'm just saying it's obvious when you walk by with a big sack clunking like a suit of armor.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
What's that? It's probably
just
less obvious than
random
walking
loot.
around wearing random pieces of armor like roped around my body.
That too.
Yeah, so let's quickly unrope it and stuff it in the sacks before we get to the top of the rope.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Awesome. I like that.
I like how Nils has made a new friend.
Oh, the worm?
Yes.
That's my pet.
He's going to visit you a lot. I sense this.
It's okay.
All right. Let's see what time it is. I need to
Time for
10
time.
o'clock.
It is the 10th hour.
We still have no idea how to use this rune sword to stop the curse.
Sure, we just have Nils hold it and throw him to the worm. Worm eat him
Well,
and
the
see what happens.
tapestry did show us being eaten by a worm, so
I don't think the worm can eat him with all his hair standing out like that.
That's just
Yeah,
like
it
a
would be too
hairball. I'll
quickly.
spit him back out. Happens to cats all the time, you know.
That's disgusting.
All right.
I'm happy to be a hairball.
So you guys have distributed the looted armor within the 5 sacks that Hal brings to the table, and you continue your ascent to the next level up, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, just taking a note here.
Then we will get out of the mushroom cap as quickly and carefully as we can.
All right. Let's bring you back to the map. I need to be on the right map. So you guys make your ascent here. And let's see if you're greeted by anyone. You are. The priestess, the shaman that greeted you at the gates of the village stockade is there, waiting for you.
Is she surprised to see us?
She is
alive.
She is astounded. Let's see.
I suggest we have a little feast and to celebrate the fact we survived the damn worm, and they've got mushrooms.
I think we need to get out of here as fast as we can because we don't want to be,
Caught
questioning too
looting
much.
bodies.
They see you kind of wheeling the mushroom cap back up to the platform there and the stairways, and you start making your way up the stairways, and they're backing away from you in obvious fear. The shaman's eyes are wide and black. You can see a faint glint of the red runes reflecting there in her glassy eyes. What are you guys doing?
That's how we roll.
Nils, what are you guys doing?
Well, party, I think that we should, like I said, I think we should need to move on out of here because there's enough, possibility of something going south quickly that can cause problems with us.
I agree, but we want to get some food on the way out because we're taking damage.
Oh, right.
Not to metagame, but
forgot about that part. Good point. We're all kind of hungry. So I will, as I approach the shaman, I'll say, or back up to that map. Okay. I'll say, we are ridding you of what was it called? The rune sword, rune blade?
The dreaded rune blade.
Yeah, it's safe in the hands of the wizard who's muttering under his breath all the time.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'll say we are ridding you of this evil in order to successfully remove it from your lands. It would be helpful if we could take some food with us. We've had no food for a whole day, and so it's in order to rid of the evil, this village of this evil. We need to have some sustenance to be able to continue on our journey.
She crouches down and hisses and points back up towards the stairs.
I don't think you made your persuasion roll.
Creeping back and away from you. Our followers, not quite as animalistic as she is expressing herself, but they are moving back and further away from you.
Okay, so
so much for that idea.
Right.
Yeah, as we walk out, do we see? I mean, they were already saying that they were pretty strapped for food as it was, right? Remember correctly?
Yeah, they don't have a lot to eat down here. I mean, there's no crops to grow or anything like that. They largely subsist on mushrooms and you know, the stray rat that makes its way down here.
Right. Okay, so I would suggest, party, that we just continue on out and hopefully kill some rats on the way or something.
I agree.
Why not?
Okay, so we will continue and have a few people like watch our backsides as we go out, so that we.
Oh right, let's set a marching order just for for the sake of our.
Well, I'm obviously in front because I rule the world, so everyone else can follow behind.
Okay, so here's the party icon. I've just placed on the bridge. Here are the character icons. You can set the marching order, Nils, and I'll bring in a. Brian, what you can do is you can go to your journal, and you can, from your character sheet, you can just grab your character sheet and drag it onto the board, and it will populate your icon, your token.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, hold on. I will try that right now. So just. Oh, there he is. All right. There I am. All right, Nils.
Damn it.
And if you were to open up
Okay,
your
so I
character
set
sheet,
myself
you'd
up.
see that there was a default token that's been assigned to that character sheet, so that, you know, at any time you joined a map and you weren't present, you could just drag that sheet onto the map and it creates a token. I think that's a neat feature of the
Yeah, no, it is.
of the tool.
So I've set my
Nils is
guy
in
up
front there. Yeah,
at
you
the
can
gate.
set the marching order as you like, Nils. You're the caller, or the other players can
Okay,
contribute to that. Let's see.
I'm not sure whose is whose, though. I was thinking Hammy in the back, basically people with missile weapons in the back, so that they can cover our retreat as necessary.
Hammy and Gerda both have missile weapons.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's who, so go ahead and throw them in the back.
All right. Who do you want up there in the front with you?
Horace to, be my
Horace to
bodyguard,
protect.
since I obviously,
I rule you.
of course, everyone will bow down to me, so I don't need to really worry about it being attacked.
Okay, I think so. Hal's in the middle there. That works.
Looks like it. And you have a crossbow.
Well, he's got a crossbow and he's got a long sword, so he can either run up or run back.
Once you guys leave the palisade, the village palisade, it's dark out here. Who has light?
Gerda's got the lantern, and Hammy's got candles.
I've got a couple torches, but I only got 6 of them.
And I can cast light as well if we need it.
Okay, I'm just curious about who's going to be the light.
Why don't you light the lantern because it'll last the longest?
That's fine. I got plenty of oil.
Right, and I think
Remember, we've got like an hours-long trek back up, so I just need
Yeah,
to-
but lanterns
right.
last for hours.
Yeah, but it's a long way back up.
it's like 3 or 4 or 5 hours back up. So anyway, yeah, let's do the lantern because it'll give us the best light source.
Damn it.
It'll last the longest because the torches won't last as long. So,
yeah. So I'm using a new mechanism to track torches. I'll just explain it to Brian. So at the end of every hour, I make a threat check in the dungeon, which is like essentially a wandering monster check. And if it comes up a 1, then I check on my threat chart, and it could be things like a dungeon effect or a monster sign or a wandering monster or torches burning or lanterns burning and all this stuff. And torches burn brightly and dimly, and when they're dim, their light radius is reduced. And so if torches burn, they start at bright and then they burn down to dim and then they burn out. And lanterns burn very brightly, then dimly. So it's just I think it's kind of an interesting way to track time and effects within the dungeon. So I'm kind of playing around with it. Let's see if it works. Right. So you guys start making your way up the long stairwell. And remember, this stairwell required hours for you to descend.
Yeah.
It'll probably take you even longer to ascend because it's a wearing climb. And you're going to be required to camp or rest at some point along your way, unless you want to push on, which you which you certainly can do, but it would
Can't really
cost,
afford more stamina damage,
it would cost you a stamina point to do that.
which
Yeah,
we're
I
going to
think
take on top of it anyway because we're not eating.
And
Right,
oh
yeah, I
yes,
think that
and
we
then
probably
and then there's the food part too, which is another stamina point. So unless you have some sort of way to deal with this hunger issue that you're starting to feel, and also the resting issue that you have.
And I'm sorry my cleric doesn't have the summoned food.
I was wondering about that.
I believe my
Yeah,
cleric
I think
does
we should-
have that, but he's not here. So.
Cleric not appearing in this film.
Mm-hmm.
You want to
Yeah,
play him?
definitely
You want to
think-
play him tonight?
I definitely think we should camp and far, like an hour in, so we're like pretty far away from the people behind us, so they don't come up and
I
Whack us
agree.
in the night.
attack us in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Probably should go ahead and mount a guard anyway, or watch
Yeah.
at least.
Okay. So in terms of recovery, through your camping, you can go ahead and take your normal recovery, which is 1 point. Pardon me, 1 point of spell burn, 1 point of luck for the thieves. No stamina recovery. In fact, everybody will lose a point of stamina for not eating. And this will be a progressive loss. The next day that you spend not eating will be 2 points lost, 3 points lost, etc.
God damn it.
So we lose 1 point. All right.
Yeah. And any
And
special
are we healing hit
things?
points because we're not healing hit points either because we're not eating?
You're not. You could heal half a hit die for this resting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I need if I roll well enough.
One. Fantastic.
And the ruler of the world, I'm have 10 hit points. Yay.
You're top of the
Tough break,
world,
Ollie.
Mom.
Tough break, Horace.
It's okay. He's still at 24 out of 25. So.
I'll have to work on killing you harder.
No. He's got to get out of the
You're
dungeon.
doing a good job of working hard at that, Aaron. You work too hard. You should take a break. You should relax a little bit more.
Put your feet up. Take it easy.
Exactly. Put your feet up.
Peter, were Hammy or Gerda doing any resting?
Heck yeah.
Okay. So they can take half a hit die.
They're both actually fine.
Oh, they're fine. Okay.
And she didn't even have any disapproval.
Oh, right. That was
Dang,
the other thing I
that's
forgot
nice.
to mention was the disapproval recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, but he definitely needed one of his luck back. He was running low.
That was the
Okay.
main reason I wanted to have us to camp.
So
was to-
halflings recover 1 point of luck per day.
Yeah, 1 point of luck per day.
Yep.
Rogues, thieves, the same thing, Brian.
Right. Okay.
All right. So when you wake, marginally rested, you continue your ascent through the stairwells, climbing to the dungeon lair, not the cavern lair, of where the Rat King presides.
Yeah, so
See,
let's kind of take a
you.
before we
That
get
took
to the
you
top.
five. That took you 5 hours to complete your ascent.
Okay, so let's take a pause for a minute, and since we've got that 5 hours, let's talk about how we're going to manage. What we're going to do with the sword. Practically, I know what I want to do is rule the world, but in our immediate situation, that's what I'm trying to figure out: is do we kill one of the people? Do we?
Let me check. I need to check on the sword effects. Oh, thanks for reminding me. While you guys go ahead and plan, plot, and scheme, I will do the same.
Great. So ideas, brainstorm.
Well, I think first, before we kill anybody, we should talk to Lady Arian, because she seemed to think that a combination of the brother who had the sword's magic and her own magic could get us out of here. So before we kill anybody, we should figure out what exactly we need to do with the sword to escape.
By talking to Lady
Arian or whatever. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Should we
I don't think
let her
we should
know
talk to the Crow King now.
So
No.
what exactly were each of them wanted something, and what was I don't remember what, because I missed the beginning of that session. What was each of the things that we
Vizier
wanted?
wanted us to kill the Crow King.
And the Crow King is the other guy upstairs, or the guy
the guy
the brother
upstairs.
downstairs? Okay.
And then the Crow King just wanted all this stuff to end, and Lady Arian wanted. Oh no, sorry. The Crow King wanted us to kill his brother. All of it to end, and Lady Arian wanted us to bring the brother back to her so she could be with him, and then they could use their magic together to end the spell.
So who's the brother and where is he?
So
the brother's dead, very very dead.
Is that the corpse we
was the
looted?
guy that he looted the armor from. So in effect, the only person that we fulfilled their quest for was the Crow King, because effectively the brother was dead.
Yes.
So
I guess we should have brought the dust of him back up
We
with us.
also know that the brother is not leading the enemy against the castle, which is one thing the Crow King thought.
Right.
Good point. So should we go talk to the brother then? Since we've been able to succeed in what he wanted, or should we talk to the lady who's going to be so upset that her lover is no more?
Yeah, let's tell her first.
Great.
I mean, she seems to be the only one who knows how to end the spell. That's the problem.
Okay. So, and what did she say that implied that?
Well,
That
she
she
cast it.
She said-
cast it, and
Okay.
that she herself didn't have time to cast the the reverse to the spell, the counter. But with the help of the brother, her magic combined with his should be enough to counter the spell.
So maybe his armor and sword are enough for her to help boost her skills.
That's what we can hope. So yeah, let's let's go to the lady and then and hope she can do what she needs to.
I guess we probably should have scooped up his dusty remains after, and put them in a bag and brought them up.
Well, we could just shake the
dust.
armor out really hard.
All of his body basically disintegrated into black mold.
Right. So we should have scraped it, and put it in a bag and brought it up to her.
No, you're disgusting.
Nope.
We just shake the armor out really well and get all the dust out.
Okay, here's a question. So we assume that the dead body was the brother. Or how do we know it was? I mean, it was in armor with a sword.
The exiles,
Forsaken
the exiles told you as much. Yeah.
He was their leader.
But do we trust them? Do we actually believe them?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay.
They're more truthful than anyone up on the surface.
Okay.
Because they're starving.
Well, or you guys do have mushrooms you could eat, I guess.
I'm not sure. We could be nibbling on those mushrooms.
Yeah, but those are mushrooms.
Yeah.
They had magical properties, none of which were bad, but some of them were almost too good.
Well, we had 5 sets of healing mushrooms.
Right, and 1 set of LSD mushrooms.
Excellent.
No, they made Gib bigger and stronger and gave him abilities.
But only in his mind.
Really, really good.
Only in his mind, though.
Right, exactly. That would be mean. That would be horrible.
You feel big and powerful. I'm going to go pick a fight with that guy. You didn't really have any of that strength.
Yeah, no, or like a healing potion, a fake healing potion that makes you feel like you've healed, but you really haven't.
It's a good thing Aaron's not listening to us.
I'm sure he is.
Of course
the problem with gaming with a bunch of GMs.
Well, this is a great idea. Let's do that.
You're like, oh, yeah, it is a great idea. Let me write that down. Next room. Oh, you suck, you bastard, you. You stole my idea. All right.
Oh, where it is.
Okay, so I think the consensus is we're going to try to. Now, I don't remember where is the ladies' room, and is it a place that we can easily get to?
It's the tower across that bridge.
And if nothing else, we have to get through the Rat King, right, to be able to get back to the.
Oh, no, we gave him all our food, and we have leave to move through his kingdom.
We should also be aware of the fact that the time of day is going to affect at what point in the siege the castle is in.
Good point.
Right, that was my next thought.
Yeah, we want to get there not as it's falling, because then we're fucked.
So it may be worthwhile waiting again.
Wait, I have an idea. She needs 2 days to cast the counterspell, right? To prepare it.
3 days. That's the problem that that's the problem of the time loop that they've entered, is that casting the spell was fine, but to extract them into the Fey plane, but to bring the Kingspire back into the mortal realm, it requires 3 days of incantation and preparation and whatnot.
So if we bring her down here, just past the range of the spell, she can spend 3 days.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. And she had one of the things that she had asked for also was the recovery of the rune blade, because it would lend its power to being able to successfully consummate the spell.
That was it.
He wanted you to.
Unfortunately, I'm using the rune blade, so she's not going to be able to use it for that.
Right, you can hold it for her while she's looking at it, though. Okay.
Okay. Look, but don't touch.
We're a bunch of murder hobos.
Exactly, especially now. So, and then what was the relationship of the Rat King to all this? I mean, is he going to be?
The Rat King was the goaler, the jailer, the goaler of the dungeons, and he's just on the fringe of the magic, so it doesn't. The time loop hasn't been affecting him, but he's also afraid to go out and when the spire first fell, he realized that he could hide in the dungeons, and the warriors didn't seek him out.
Right. So I'm just concerned if we bring the lady down into the jail, what his reaction is going to be.
Hard to say.
So I'm just trying to understand all the dynamics, the personal dynamics, to be able to.
You don't know of any personal dynamics between the gold and the lords and ladies of this. Yeah.
Forrest is also still trying to figure out who sentenced the king's concubine to death.
Well, it wouldn't have been the king, would it?
No, I dare say not.
I'm gonna step away for a second.
All right. So then there are 2 other players within this triangle of love and hate.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm doing the same, guys. I just need to take a quick bio.
I dropped a figure I was putting on my desk. It was almost done, and her arm broke off, and I cannot find it.
Dope.
Yeah, I dropped one of my horses that I was working on, and it's a dragon prince, so his head broke off.
Oh. Well, if you have it, we can still pin it.
Oh, I have it. See, the problem is with the dragon prince is their bodies are plastic, but their heads are solid metal.
Right, you got a pin and super glue.
See, glue doesn't work.
No, you have to pin those.
Pin and super glue, and I made a bunch of those for Rob. Painted a bunch for Ryan as well. But no, her little arm, because she's blowing a kiss. It's a little pirate chick, and I don't know where this little arm went. It's with my fucking dice.
So you need to get a bright flashlight down on your hands and knees and just kind of play it across the floor.
It's what I've been doing this whole time.
Well, you just have to sculpt a new arm for her.
Oh, shut up. Damn it, she was almost done.
It is annoying. I share your vexation. I'm surprised she broke. What is she made out of?
Metal.
How did she land that way and just broke?
I have no idea.
Perfect storm.
Must be.
Perfect sequence of events. I'm sorry, dude.
Shit monkeys.
You're not talking about Radiant when you cast that spell, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Aaron, if you're there, can you remove the fell
He's
blade?
not.
What?
He's away from his keyboard.
Okay.
He's away.
Right, never mind. Away. That fell blade handout on the
Yeah, it's kind
screen's
of
getting annoying.
hanging there. Yeah, I had to switch back over to the. Yeah, he's been showing it this whole time, so.
But we all know what it looks like.
Yeah, really clearly.
So, Peter, I'm assuming you don't have an extra bed hidden somewhere in your place that I can stay in, right?
No, I just have my couch, which Sellens will tell you is just a little short for people of your height. But you're welcome to it.
Try to get a hold of Ricardo, but he hasn't responded yet, so we'll see.
I've got a spare bedroom if you need it too, but it's I might be a little further than you want to go.
Where are you?
Santa Clara.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Mm-hmm.
They said that I could get a Airbnb. I was trying to not be staring at some stranger's house or at least not some stranger's house that I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess the other option is you could try and contact Al and see if he'd put you up. He's in Concord. What is he? He's Concord. He's actually Concord. So, but I won't speak for him.
He drives from Concord to Foster City every day.
Every single freaking day, man.
Well, you drive it from Santa Clara, so.
No, his is worse. He's got a bridge.
Yeah.
It is worse.
I drive the bridge on the weekends, and that's a lot better.
Yeah.
That's why I was hoping to stay with Ricardo, because he's in
Hayward,
15 to 20 minutes away, even in bad traffic. So.
Well, if you stay here, you can help me find my pirate girl arm.
I'm sure
that's the problem.
It's something to do.
Yep. You're missing her arm.
Arg.
So depressing.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the story. What happened? You
dropped it. Getting out figures to paint, and this one was almost done. It's a pirate girl who's blowing a kiss. I think it's Black Scorpion. And I picked her up and put her on my table because she fell on the floor. Her arm's missing. And I looked all over, and I cannot find it anywhere.
Try vacuuming, you'll find it.
Yeah. Then it's gone forever.
I'll be the vacuum.
And I don't have a Dyson or anything like that. I've got an old Hoover with a bag.
Oh, you can give her a peg arm.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Lucas came home and I wanted to see how his piano lesson went.
Awesome.
Oh, I was just looking at the Hangout and I see that the
you got
the handout's still showing for the recorded session.
The ghost really likes the handout.
The ghost of handouts passed.
Aaron, I sent you a whisper.
Oh, okay, about something.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He's gonna kill us all.
Die!
So, Brian, where are you?
Running rapidly away?
No, where are you that your car is covered in snow?
Oh, I'm in Denver.
Oh, okay.
We should be covered in snow here, but we're not.
It's not supposed to be snowing here at all, but we've got about a quarter inch on the ground. I haven't looked out recently. It may have more. I came back from dinner and my car was all covered with snow. It's like I haven't had to do that in a while.
Oh, fun! It reminds me like living in California.
Yeah.
Are you able to get home?
Yeah, slowly back to the hotel. Yeah, it's not that much.
I was thinking about like flights.
Oh no, this is Denver. Come on, there's not even a quarter inch on the ground. This is like nothing for them.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's like a summer's day.
Yeah. There were like several guys walking around in t-shirts and shorts, and it was like in the low 30s today.
Yeah, but they're drunk.
You should see Indiana. I've got friends who are out there running around in -17, and they're still wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Is this Will?
Yeah, but your friends are in their 20s, so they're not very smart.
Yeah, these guys, this person was not in their 20s. They were older than I am, let's put it that way. Hey, Nils?
Yeah.
I'm reading the email you sent out, and there's no link in it.
Which email?
Expensive but very nice done diorama.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I figured it was just.
It's also very exclusive, so you guys can't.
Yeah, apparently it is.
Let me do that.
So predictable.
All my family's coming home, so it might get a little noisy here in the background. If it does, just let me know. I'll mute it out for a bit. So
you're the GM.
Tell me what the plan is here. You've sort of made it to the dungeon level, and as you are climbing, spending those 5 hours completing your climb to the dungeon level, you are plotting, planning, and scheming about how you would approach the surface world.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna step away for a second again to go say goodnight to Grace. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Go for it.
Alrighty, we'll wait for you. And now resume to your regularly scheduled conversation. I need a little more time to catch up here about what this damn sword's doing.
It's going to turn the elf into a deity.
Right.
Okay, I'm not gloating, but I am really proud of my paralysis spell.
That was awesome. Pretty awesome, Peter. You should be proud of that one.
I've been thinking about that all week.
25 worm.
How many hit dice was that damn thing, Aaron?
How many hit dice?
Yeah.
Well, a lot.
We're gonna run into it again, so you don't want to tell us.
Yeah, you might run into it again. I don't want to.
Yeah,
great monster.
If that paralysis spell hadn't gone off, Horace would have just been standing there on the rock for a really long time.
Like, I'm not going out there.
You would have waited for it to eat Nils.
Exactly. Did that work? Oh, it didn't work. I'm gonna just hang out here for a while.
I got plenty of mushrooms to live on.
Yeah, I can alternate between LSD mushrooms and healing mushrooms. I'm good.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry.
We were talking about you.
The headphones or the computer?
Hi, Erica.
Hi.
Yeah, Erica's complaining
Hello.
about tablet failing. So
Ah.
Erica can play the worm.
Purple worm! Purple worm!
Run
Ah, run away!
This is way back in the day. Everybody's D&D fighters had spiked armor.
Darn straight. There's a reason why.
Never think about
They
how
still
what
do.
a nuisance that would be to be wearing and trying to
Oh, God. Or going in tight
It
quarters.
works fine in the SCA. We get spiked armor all the time in the SCA. I don't know why it's a problem.
Well, if they're big enough spikes to annoy the worm.
So I'm sorry. Are we waiting for something? Is Aaron gone, or are we just kind of like waiting to
I'm
formulate a
here.
plan?
Just see what the
I'm
story
here.
does.
We were waiting for you so that
Okay.
you could tell me what your plan was,
Oh,
about
okay.
how you plan to sort of make your way through the dungeons and then to approach the upper levels of the Kingspire.
I think we can tell what time of the day it is that if we go into the torture chamber and the Kith woman is back inside the Iron Maiden, then we know another day has started.
That
Right,
other
it
guy
seemed
doesn't
like
pop out and kill us.
Well, the Rat King.
No, the other guy
Food and
he
he's,
fought that nearly killed us.
who did what?
Remember the ghostly apparition that
Yeah, the guy who was a
that
gaseous
came and and killed Gib?
Oh yeah.
I don't think I want to fight him. I'm just gonna say it.
And he was here in this area.
Fucker.
Well, it sounded like the
Mhm.
I kind of got the idea the day started over when the castle was overrun.
Mm.
So if we waited, because we were right at that point where we like ran down into the jail and everybody ran by and ignored us.
Right, the castle had been overrun, so odds are we're back in the middle of the day again.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
but
you
what I'm
guys,
thinking is if we
it feels
wait
like.
until
Go ahead.
if we wait until the people run by, then we know yet another day has started, and we'll have a whole day to deal with instead of just coming in the middle of the day. My thought.
Right, but the longer we wait, I mean, the more stamina damage we're going to be taking here because we're not eating.
Good point.
Aaron, you're going
Is the only problem I see with that.
I was saying that it's about. You feel like it's like mid-morning.
Okay, so it's not that long in.
Our whole point is to revigorate ourselves and talk her into going down below.
Yes. And bring food with her.
Lots of food.
We need food.
Well, we know that the Rat King's going to demand it. So,
Well, we'll
And I know
split
that
the
we're
food
going to
with him.
demand it.
if we, yeah, that too.
You know, we should just eat all the food before we go down.
Well,
That we can tell him we don't have anything.
Oh, then he'll kill us.
we're eating something before we go down.
Mm.
Or the hallway. Well, we don't need to go that far. We just need to get to the edge of the steps.
Right, at least down to the dungeon level where the goaler's not affected.
Right.
Maybe a little bit deeper if you wanted to be absolutely sure.
Like the
We're going to have to
staircase.
talk to her about it because she's a magic expert.
Right. Okay. Let's see. So go ahead and move the party icon about your path of travel and to the next level, which would be the spiral staircase.
Let's avoid the jailer.
Oh, that's true. Can we?
If we run fast enough, we can.
Remember that side passage there on the left? Is that the one we're taking?
We don't need to worry about the Rat King. It's the jailer.
Oh, the jailer,
Oh,
right?
yeah, we're not going anywhere near the jail. You were fine.
You're right.
Stairs.
You're right.
We're going to come up underneath the throne room. Now they're going to stop us and not remember who we are. Well, maybe they might remember us.
They keep their memory.
So Nils, as
Right,
as the caller, I'm waiting for you to move the party icon to show your path of travel.
Okay, just a second.
If you want the pointer, I can give it to you, or you can designate another person to act in your stead for while you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with there.
Sorry, I misunderstood what was going on. All right, so. Now I'm trying to resize my map. The right location. Okay, so we're back up to there. Okay, I think I'm getting there. So finally, sorry. All right. Okay. So the jail was down in the complex area that we're in.
Yes, I'll ping the jail for you is here.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
A torture chamber.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking we come down here.
No, we don't. I thought we wanted to avoid the jail. That's where we're going to walk in through him, right?
Right, and then come through here this way, and then
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
And keeping an eye on
the gates are
making sure that we.
Of course they are.
We have
keys.
Yeah, we have all the keys. That's right. We know the trick. We know how to get through this.
Now that Gibbs not here to shoot us all.
So what is the plan for passage through the gates? Do you remember? Do you want to? So just as a reminder about how it worked last time, because it's been weeks, not hours, since you guys last had this. When Hal crossed the threshold, he teleported he disappeared and a shadowy figure appeared on this side. There was much commotion and drama and catastrophe here until the gate was opened again on this side by Hal in his shadowy form. And then once he crossed the threshold again, then all the shadowy effects disappeared and you could proceed to the western gate. That's the way that challenge worked. Sort of
probably
you
should have
between
him do
point
that
A
again.
and point B.
Have one person do that.
Which gate is locked?
And we're not going to shoot at each other anymore.
Right.
Giant demon, shoot!
Which gate is locked?
All of them.
All of them.
So how do we get through the
this
one that we're standing in front of now?
We unlock it
in front of us
with the keys we have.
Oh, we do have keys. Okay.
And
Yeah, Hal has the keys.
why don't you send Hal through and let him unlock all of the gates? And then once all the gates are unlocked, we should be okay. And if you hear a scream, come running.
Well, you just move through it and you all turn into shadows, but you're fine on the other side.
True, we could do that too if you want us to keep the party together.
The thing is, we're not going to be fooled by the illusion of being shadows. So I say we keep the party together and just move through it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So crossing the threshold, you evaporate into a cloud of black mist, find yourselves here, open this gate, the black mist dissipates, and then you can open this gate and cross through. To the spiral staircase, which then takes you to level...
Just below the throne room, if I'm not mistaken.
The throne room was...
at the top, the very top.
At like level 2. You're like level...
We're at -1 right now.
You're -1, you're going to go to 0, and then there's level 1 above that.
Correct.
For the throne room. Let me just transfer the map.
And as soon as we start getting up into the Groundhog Day area, start looking for food as we walk through the areas.
It's true, because it'll appear again.
That would really be horrible if we eat and then we are up here and the food disappears again and out of our stomach. That would just be really weird.
Don't give him any ideas, Nils.
Too late.
Okay. So you have found yourselves atop in the what is this? The Eastern Tower, which is there are a number of archers here that are firing arrows with almost a frantic but steadied and measured pace out of these tower walls.
We never found the mirror, did we?
No,
find it
unless it's the tapestry.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea.
Right, that's what we were thinking. Is it might be the tapestry?
Yeah, I'm finding it more and more interesting. Except I think it was a random roll on a chart to get the tapestry.
Or Aaron's just a really good GM and made it pretend like it was a random roll.
It was a really convenient random roll.
Exactly.
Well, until I'm 5th level, I'm not that worried about actually going to Seedrigori yet. I just assume we have to keep looking. Once I'm 5th level, we'll talk about it.
Part of the east. I mean, we may not be even anywhere close to where we need to be. I mean, it could be like completely different complexes.
Could be a completely different tower filled with Kith.
Right. Exactly.
It's true.
Okay, so yeah, so from exits from this room, from this tower where the archers are. Let me give you a refresh on the tower, just for amusement's sake. Yeah, this wide tower is a host to a series of arrow slits, each peering down onto the battlefield below. Barrels of arrows are spread throughout the chamber within easy reach, with additional bows and bowstrings hanging from the racks, set intervals along the walls. In the center of the chamber is the spiral staircase. And there are like a dozen archers in this tower, raining arrows down into the courtyard. One thing that you guys have noticed about the when you spoke with the lords, only a few people are aware of the repetition of this day. Like sort of like in the Bill Murray Groundhog Day, right? He was the only one that was aware about the repetition. Everybody else behaved as normal. Otherwise, it would be kind of pandemonium, right?
Right. So the main movers and shakers know it's repeating, but the everyday grunts don't.
Right. Essentially. Okay, so are you moving on? In which direction are you traveling? Will you go west out towards the courtyard and the vizier?
We want to go see
Redoubt, or will you go up see the Crow King, or were you going out to Lady Arian?
Lady Arian.
Okay.
In our explorations,
what was that?
In our explorations, did we see any kind of kitchen or galley?
There was the feast that was held in the far west of the castle on like level 1. Okay. Do you remember that where that was? That's here.
Yep. Not far from where we originally disappeared from.
Why is that not pinging? Oh, because I'm not using the right tool. It's up here.
Up there, okay. And the lady, where is the lady located?
On the tower across
here.
the bridge.
Okay. All right. This makes sense.
And
I
that's
should
where
also point out that the person who sent us here, we have yet to find him.
I'm sorry, I missed that, Horace.
The wizard who sent us back in time when we were charging up through the ruins, we don't know who that is or if we've met him yet. I agree.
That's true. You guys you have not met him.
Could be the vizier later on. Who knows?
Right.
I bet it's the brother to really.
Yeah, well, he wanted his sword back then.
Right, true. That's the whole point. He wanted to get his sword back. Well, unfortunately, he's not getting it. Okay, so I mean, we've to be completely practical, we've already had the effect of stamina loss. So going and eating right now is not going to make any. Well, maybe it is. We're going to make somewhat of a difference, but it's not going to get any worse if we don't eat right away. So I'm wondering if we just try to go take care of, talk to the lady and worry about food later, or try to get food first, because once we talk to the lady, then things might kind of start moving fast, and we may not be able to eat again before things are resolved. What do you guys think?
Or we can go by and just grab food and then take it with us and then chomp on it while we talk to her.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Just take highly portable food.
Yes. Okay, so we will then kind of skirt the edge of the area, of the castle area.
Okay.
Come up here. So I'm sorry, was the food up here in this landing area where we were originally?
So when you come through that western tower, that's filled with the vizier and his men.
Ah,
that's fine.
Let's see.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I think we've just gone through it, so
I think we're there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
He
dice
knows-
everywhere.
No, my point is, Vizier knows. He knows what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not like we have to explain ourselves. And we say, "Listen, it's been a long time. We got to eat, and we got some business with Lady and Narian, and then we'll be right back because we got good news for you."
No, I don't know if I say good news. Because he expect something.
Well, you just say something so he go, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll come back later."
Okay. He sees you arrive and you're moving quickly through this area. Gerda gives this explanation. He just watches you pass. He does kind of follow you out to the balcony and watches you start stuffing your face with the feast that's been laid that will be served in another few hours' time. But he doesn't really approach you or try to engage with you. He does motion Ridian over as you're returning back down the tower, and he says, "Do you have it? The blade, our bargain. I will free you from this place. You must simply slay the Crow King."
And the Crow King was not the brother, right?
Do not double.
Crow King is the brother.
Do not double cross me, wizard. I will have your head. I have hundreds of warriors at my back.
Dude, don't sweat it. Just lie to him. You're chaotic.
I'm sorry. Just to clarify, I thought there was 3 players up here in the main castle area.
There's the Vizier, the Crow King, and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And the Crow King is not the brother that's dead downstairs.
No, he's the brother of the dead guy.
That is, yes. That's
okay.
Prince.
So I can't tell him I can't tell him we killed him. I thought that was the person.
Yeah, that was
dead.
Prince.
Right.
That was the king's brother, Prince Ryan, who had kind of led these exiles into the catacombs away from the hell of this.
Okay. So I will say, your request.
Tell him we have the blade. That much you can probably figure out. But the big black sword you have.
Yeah. It's not, the blade's not something that's easy to hide. So I say, as you can see,
control. We got it.
I've retrieved the blade, and resolving the situation is
as we speak.
Is next on our list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He crosses his arms and he steps back. He says, "There can be much suffering wrought in 13 hours, wizard. Do not fail me."
Oh, I'm so going to enjoy watching him turn into ash.
I'm just grabbing a few extra apples and some grapes.
Yeah.
Horse is not cautiously like keeping the sack behind his back out of view of the Vizier the entire time. You know?
Oh, yeah, good idea. So if he's done with this, we'll continue down the stairs, and just because I have to be completist, we're gonna go this way and hide this.
This is an area that you guys haven't entered before.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't use the magic words, Aaron.
Polygon reveal us.
Yay!
But I didn't use polygon reveal. I just used reveal area. Let's see.
A lesser spell, more of a cantrip, really.
There you go.
And remember, this is that space where there was a broken window.
Oh no!
Where the warriors had kind of climbed through.
Right, we killed a bunch of them.
Yeah, but that window is no longer broken.
It's earlier in the day than when we were here.
Right. Right. So this majestic hall seems out of place in the dour black citadel. The vast ceiling arches high overhead, decorated with leering gargoyles, demons, and devils caught in a semblance of light. But more disturbing than the stone artistry decorating the ceiling are the towering panes of stained glass. Each depicts a court of elder kith engaged in a fell vice, casting pale shadows of sickly colored light upon altars set into the wall of the hall. So each of these window chambers has an altar immediately beneath it, and that each of the panes has a slightly each of those stained glass windows has a slightly different theme. At the end of the hall is a kind of a portcullis. It's more like a kind of a wooden elaborate thing, so that you could like look into this sort of chapel-like area from the where's my pointer? From the east. Where's my pointer? Whoops. Oh, cool.
It's on point.
This pointer is on point. Yeah. Do you guys want to spend any time exploring this area, or are you just going to move back the way you came, perhaps into the courtyard?
I'd like to at least spend a few minutes looking at the windows to try to understand what kind of story they're telling.
Sure.
Hopefully it might help with the narrative a bit.
Okay, sure. So I'll work from the west to the east. So starting with the topmost pane depicts cruelty. An elder, a Kith king and his queen in a corridor looking out on while a torture performs his trade on 4 helpless humans. There's an empty basin beneath it of razor blades, of like shaver, straight razors, and looks like dried blood in the basin itself. Then there is pride with a Kith noble and an army of shining knights reigning atop of verdant hill. Beneath them, rulers of elves, dwarves, and snakemen offer up their crowns to the triumphant Kith. And this altar has a simple white silk covering, and there's a flint arrowhead and an iron spear and a shattered blade and a bit of mithril armor, all arranged atop this this silken altar. Next is Wrath, a pane depicting a black knight standing amid the field of fallen foes. Corpses litter the land around him, and their blood and entrails staining the ground. The altar beneath the window holds a simple teak box, and inside that little wooden box is a collection of trophies taken from the bodies of slaughtered foes. Noses, ears, fingers. You even think you might spy a pair of testicles. And then finally there is envy, which and in this window there's a Kith king, a royal Kith king, seated at the center of an adorning court, and all the courtiers look on him with envy and jealousy. And at the center of the altar that's beneath this window is a portrait of a stunningly beautiful Kith king, and there's some incense ashes that have long from some sticks that have long since burned away.
Okay.
So that's what's here in the Kith temple. The stained glass windows depicting cruelty, pride, wrath, and envy, and then altars beneath each of the windows with like their own different arraignments or adornments.
Right. Okay.
I like these Kith less and less. They're still not baby-eating gorillas, but I don't like them.
Well, they're kind of very, I think of them as very Meldebanean, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hence the blade.
Yep.
Would you like to give him a Kith?
Ah!
In fact, I think Purple Sorcerer has Kith as a character class. It must have been published in one of the fanzines or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. They do.
Okay. So as to not
the lady.
get into more trouble, let's just move on and not try to interact with these altars. I would recommend.
I agree.
I concur.
Horace
As much
wants
as I
nothing to
want
do
to.
with these altars.
Sorry, what, Ethan?
I said Horace wants nothing to do with these altars.
And this is where it's really nice to not actually have John Sellens or Thomas Foss in the party, because they'd be the ones fucking with the altars right now. Just putting that out there.
Well, I'm playing with the part of John and Tom tonight, and so we need to move on quickly, or I might.
Horace shoves the party leader forward or away from the altars.
Where?
That's true. That's true. I find these offensive. Since I'm the ruler of the world, they should be, envious of me, not of them.
We'll fix it later.
Okay. We'll fix it in post. All right. So we will continue on. So is this gate thing, movable so we can get through it? This wooden.
It's not. You'll have to go around through the courtyard. It's like
All right.
I mean,
so
you could smash it down. I mean, it's only wood, but you just want to move around.
No.
Okay.
We just want to get her by.
That's a dick move. We don't do that.
Well, it's tempting with these guys.
We don't do many of those moves anyway.
Right. And then out to the tool, and then out to the tower, right, with the stylized door, with the with the copper reliefs on it, and the swirling gargoyles high above the tower. And these ones are not statues; they're in fact some sort of demonic creatures in flight above the tower. What are you doing?
Knocking on a door.
Did we knock before?
You did knock before, and it does swing open at your knock. It opens into the cluttered chamber of clearly a wizard's sanctum. Bookshelves and tables and some lounging areas, a fireplace burning off on the far southern wall.
Pinball machine.
And Lady Arian fretting over her.
That'd be a pinball wizard.
Fretting over her her books, trying to find an answer to this this catastrophe that she's found her people in.
Let's make sure to set a guard at the door, because I wouldn't be surprised if the vizier is trailing us.
Good point.
So,
Cal will stay at the door. Crossbow cocked and ready, just in case.
Right.
I can give you guys
Horace
warning
has a
at least.
question he wants to ask Lady Arian.
She looks up and she says, "Have you found him, Ryan? Where is he? I see you carry his blade. Did he grant it to you? I can't imagine. Where is he?"
Now I will remind you, she and Lady Gerda she and Gerda had a couple of good roles. They had a good conversation. So Gerda's going to be, woman to woman. She's going to break the news that despite their efforts, that we only found his tomb, but more to the point, his followers were alive and they had not been affected by the Groundhog Day event. That if you went deep enough, you have more time. You won't have to start the day over again. Ryan had led his people away from the event. He was able to escape, at least underground, so he wasn't reliving the same day over and over again. I'm telling her that. So even though he's dead, he's left us this gift, this knowledge.
Her eyes go wide with grief, and her hand goes up to her mouth and the back of her knuckles. She's chomping down on him, and she's like, "No, gone. It can't be. Has it been that long?"
It has. It has been that long. This has to end. This has to end now.
Bring me the blade. We'll begin the incantation now.
Will it work here, or do you need to get out of out of
her hair flares up behind her. The door slams shut. The fireplace flares up, and the rest of the torches and lanterns, candles go down.
I think I dated this girl.
Yeah, Hal's not worried about the door now. I think he's going to start working on an apple because I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to eat again.
Hammy's just watching all this eating at the same time.
Like, here, have a grape.
Yeah, eating grapes.
It's freaking amazing.
What are you guys going to do?
Well, Horace was going to ask a question, but he sees that now is not the time to ask.
Proving he is smarter than he looks.
Maybe questions will be after this session.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have many questions after this. I think we're going to be dead.
No,
okay.
Stop. We survived the worm. I thought the game was over there. I thought we were going to spend the rest of the night rolling new characters. Again, exactly.
Again. So I'll say, I'll say to the princess, I too am a wizard. How may I help? I have, since I carry the sword, I have an affinity for it. How may I assist in your
sword? Of course, that's the answer. Bring me blood. I must have blood.
These kids are
you know what?
Mess.
I didn't think to bring blood.
Ask her how much blood she needs.
You all brought blood. I say to them.
Yeah, we're going to start with yours if that's the attitude.
Ask Lady Arian how much blood she needs.
She looks over and she says, "You'll all do. Butcher them here."
All right, we're killing
at the rugs or the flaming fire.
Okay, well, here's the problem. If we kill her right now, the vizier's going to come at us because she's now dead.
I don't care. She's toast. Let's toast her now. She just threatened us. She's coming after us. She wants us dead. That's it.
Okay, roll for initiative, Peter.
Fuck you.
Oh, no.
Oh, you suck so bad.
18 plus 5.
It's like a minus 20, right?
I only rolled a 15.
It's like a 23.
Actually, wait. I haven't. Are we rotating initiative?
Yes,
combat?
Yes, we are. I mean, I just called for an initiative roll. Did you have something that you wanted to?
I was hoping to have another chance to roll.
You wanted to try to do what, Nils?
No, I'm sorry. I was just trying to trick another roll, a secondary roll, to try to get a better roll. But
another initiative roll. I got you. Yeah. Lady Arian's demanding blood. Bring me blood. Some of your companions are like looking around at each other like, how much blood? Where are we going to get this blood? And then it dawns on her that these clearly are the sacrifices that must be made. She spends her action demanding their sacrifice, demanding you to make their sacrifice here and now. Gerda draws her sword. Lady Arian leaps back and snatches up a spear, a long, whipping, willowy spear that we can see here on the sideboard.
This was going so nicely till now.
Throw the jar and run. Throw the jar and run.
Down and she hurls the spear at Gerda, who's clearly the most threatening of the lot. She hits AC lots.
God, you suck. I got 20. I got an AC 20, and it's doing me no good.
She hits AC 21 for... oh, wait, that's...
It's always by 1 point for you, Peter, tonight, isn't it?
Just checking my stat block. It's a D8. for 7 points. God, the spear, pierces your gut. A chink in your armor. And she calls out in this strangely angelic voice, calling something to her. All right, guys, what's your action? What do you do?
So.
Oh, wait, we might as well get the miniatures on the board. Where's my party miniatures? Not here.
If she's calling something, this is eerily reminiscent of a dragon and a certain fight we had earlier where we had a TPK. So I suggest we run.
Well, she closed the door on us, so...
It doesn't mean it's not locked.
I say if we kill the 3 main players, that will break the cycle.
That's always an option. And if it fails, they're going to come back to life anyway, next day, right?
Yeah, well, we don't...
But we're not.
If we die...
All right, here we are. Go ahead and place your characters where they are in the room. And Lady Arian is in the...
Hal was over here by the door.
Southwestish corner of that tower.
Do you have a figure for her, or do we have a...
I'll grab one here.
Well, unfortunately, while my better senses say run, Horace probably thinks that she killed the concubine, so he's going to try and attack her and kill her anyway. Whoa.
Oh man, there's some awesome tokens in the free pack. Free packs, I should say. Damn it, Buffy. That'll do.
Ah!
Wait a minute. Oh my goodness.
I think Horace is running.
Yeah, like, Hal is opening the door and running. Forget the rest of you. I'll go hide. We'll start over.
Read it and ring him.
I mean, if we run, we might be able to get the Vizier on our side because she's trying to end this eternal thing and he doesn't want it to end.
Well, I think he likes it to end, but he doesn't think it can end. So he figures if he's going to have to be stuck forever, he just,
No, he specifically said he didn't want it to end. He specifically said he wanted to live in this repeating cycle with
right,
Lady Arian.
Because remember, he has a thing for Lady Arian, and if he could spend an eternity in her, with her wrapped within his embrace, his loving embrace, then
that's never going to happen.
That would be heaven for him.
Yes. Well, as Spock taught us, wanting something and having something are not the same thing.
This is true. So where are the rest of the characters? I see Hammy and
Gerda. Gerda's here.
And Horace on the board.
Well, Gerda's not far because she just got nailed by her. So Hammy's not far from Gerda simply because it helps me keep track. He's shooting with a crossbow and Gerda's eating mushrooms.
And where's our other erstwhile wizard? There we go.
Yeah. Ridian, right about there in the middle. I'm going to try to line you all up into the grids a little bit, just for amusement's sake.
Yeah, I try to get myself in the grid there.
Thank you.
Least. And since I had a crossbow, well, now uncaught. I mean, it's not loaded, but...
Oh, ours are mine's loaded.
Yeah.
Well, I was munching an apple. So.
You're not using a heavy crossbow, right?
No. I'm a hobbit.
Yeah, you can load and shoot it as in one action. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Just the standard D6 crossbow.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Plus, we would have loaded weapons most likely because running across the bridge, there's a bunch of fucking armies down below.
I still think it's a better option than waiting for her to trying to kill her while she summons things.
When I say waste her down. We don't have a choice. She's locked us in here.
Well,
We don't know the door's locked.
Well, Gerda's eating mushrooms.
Okay, so
Well,
spend your
I say,
chomping one of these brown button mushrooms.
yeah, the healing mushrooms, because that's a definite as opposed to my maybe roll.
Right, and let's see.
I believe they gave you back a D100.
A D100 hit dice. It is.
Once you roll a 1.
Oh, thanks.
It's one hit die back.
What's a cleric at D6?
ding.
D8.
Oh. Well,
It wasn't a 1.
it wasn't the one.
That was one action. You could eat another one for a second action if you wish. I believe you have. How many do you have? Does it note on the character sheet? Yes, 5. So you could cross off one and eat another if you wish. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Okay.
Well, a smart person would run, but Horace isn't smart. So Horace is going to charge her and try and do as much damage as he can.
That was Hammy's shot, by the way.
Oh, Hammy's shooting. Okay, let's see.
That's a 19.
Let's see. You have to hit AC
Lots.
12.
It can't be. Okay.
Oh, AC 12?
She's a wizard. She has no armor.
I did 5 points of damage.
Oh, don't be...
It's a the bolt pierces her breast.
Hammy's a breast man. What can you say? I get tired of looking at legs all day.
More of a leg guy, right? I mean,
Well, I get sick of that. That's all I ever see. Boobs are out of my reach.
well, he's 4 feet tall. He's huge.
We're halfling, yeah.
Let's see. How much did you shoot? 5?
5. I'm rather pleased with my halfling's crossbow performance there, let me tell you.
Yeah, that was quite vicious.
Horace is charging her.
All right, where is Horace? He's in the back here.
Yep.
Back.
Can he get there in one move?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, he can.
He can, okay.
Show us how you get there. Whoops.
Whoa!
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Use the diagonals to your advantage.
All right, great.
Now I can't
Go
get a
ahead.
shot off.
Go ahead and make your attack. Any mighty deed?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Lop her head off.
no. I'm gonna lop her spear arm off.
Nice. That's Gerda.
All right.
Oh.
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 Let's see.
Wow.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
We're wearing?
It's gonna. My total armor penalty is a -7. And let me see.
What's your fumble die?
Fumble die. It's
Oh.
it's a D16 and then a D8 for the shield.
Ethan,
8 for the
Ethan,
shield.
this is a really bad time.
Where are you picking? Sorry, where are you picking up the D8 for the shield?
No, it doesn't. There shouldn't be
yeah,
a fumble
shield.
die for this.
Shield has a fumble die.
Oh, that's if
By itself.
that's if you're shielded alone. Right.
Oh, okay.
Carrying a shield and nothing.
Then
So it's
D16.
D16 is bad enough.
Ooh. Any luck penalty?
Oh, there's a luck penalty. Oh, there's a luck penalty. -2, so it's gonna be a +2.
+2. All right. D16 +2. This is looking exciting.
You, not for us.
Roll low.
Did I roll?
Of course you did.
Nice.
Oh man.
This is Dragora all over again.
So you accidentally strike yourself for normal damage plus 1 extra point. So you come charging at her, and with this mighty blow, this overhead chop, and she steps back, and the momentum of the blade hits your foot.
Ow.
Your outstretched foot. You do 8 + 1 + 1, or 6 + 1 +
No,
1.
6 + 1 + 1.
8 points of damage total.
To
to yourself.
Ow.
Son of
Ow.
Stop that.
Oh, man.
See, I
Don't
think
do that.
Ridian is left.
There
and
we go.
Hal is left.
Ridian and Hal.
Viridian?
Yeah,
Or
this is
do you
gonna
want me
be.
to go?
This is a really bad sign to start with.
No, I started with giving her 5 points of damage. That's what we started with. You're the one who blew
No,
this.
we started with. You took the spear to like.
So I have a question. Is
Yes.
he engaged in melee with her or not?
He is.
Since she stepped back.
The melee, yeah.
So I can't shoot it.
I'm
You can
engaged.
fire into that melee if you want. I mean,
I'm engaged in melee with myself.
true.
So, i.e., could I move and get a shot off without hitting him, or is I going to be shooting into melee? It's a question for the GM.
No, it would still, because this is a moving kind of situation,
Sure,
right?
Sure.
You know, the melees aren't necessarily static like this. I mean, you can't move to like a clear line of sight. So there is a risk of hitting your friend if you fire into that melee. But you know that maybe that's a risk you're willing to take. I don't know.
Yeah. Things happen.
I mean, how much worse can it get, right?
Oh, it can get a lot worse. It can get a lot.
I'd say eat a mushroom.
Nils, are you okay? Are you online? I mean, we're not hearing you if you're contributing.
Sorry, I guess yeah, I've been muted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, I was just saying that Erica's really enjoying all the fun we're having.
Oh, good.
We'll tell her to roll up a character for next week.
Yeah.
On the bright side, what I just rolled was a 1 in 80 chance of it happening. So, you know, it's going to happen in the next round.
1 in 80?
Yep.
Oh, because it was
Because my D die rolled a 1 too.
right. You rolled a 1.
Oh.
You rolled a 1, and then you
Oh,
rolled.
and then I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
So sorry, it's even worse than that. 80
All right.
times 16. Oh goodness.
See, Hal's not heavily armored. He really needs to stay in the back and kind of snipe at things, but this is not a good situation.
What are you
1 in
doing
1,280. Oh, good lord.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move 1, 2. That gives me at least a line of sight on her.
Slightly
then
better, like slightly improved line of sight, and you're going to fire into that melee. Okay,
I'm going to
good roll.
fire into them.
Roll to hit.
Hold on, let me get over to my weapons. Weapons. Oh, there, I was already at weapons. That was good. Crossbow. There's no smite die. Attack bonus. I think I'm just +1, right, for my level?
Level 2 thief.
Yeah, I think it's just a +1.
That's true, but I'll check for you. I've got my chart.
All right.
That's hits AC. Looking to hit AC 12. That looks like it.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Thief for level 2, you get a +1 attack mod.
Let's hear it for the crossbow.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, that looks like
That was damage is rolled as well. 3 points of damage.
30 points of damage is impressive.
30? 30 would be awesome. No, 3.
I can dream.
I'm not sure why
The
that.
second bolt goes ripping into the higher above the first and toward the shoulder, and it like pins her back against the wall. But she's still bleeding. All right, how about she's still living and bleeding.
Viridian.
Okay, so at the beginning of the round, you didn't ask for spells?
I didn't, only because it was sort of like a surprise situation.
Okay.
She may have wished to cast the spell as well.
I suggest you skewer her with that lovely rune sword she wants.
Yes, you can show her
can't do
what it
that.
looks like. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Well, she said that she needs
Is
blood.
is that what you said, Nils? I'm afraid to use it.
She said
No,
she
I
needs
said-
blood, right? For the
I can't really use it. It's a two-handed
Oh
sword.
no! I told you you can.
Oh, okay,
It's just
great,
like
great.
It
Oh, yeah.
imbues
Oh,
you
yeah,
with
okay.
enough warrior vitality and skill to actually wield this thing, you may, it feels light and easy in your hand, right? Almost like you'd swing it with one hand if you had to.
It's just like when Rincewind found the magic sword. The magic sword does the fighting.
Right. It's much funner to swing it with two.
Besides, she said that she needs blood for the ritual. Well, the ritual's halfway underway, so stabby stab.
Use her blood.
Right. Okay. So as I step forward and swing, I will shout,
Shai Halud.
"Your blood will do nicely."
Your blood will do nicely.
Spoken like a chaos champion in the making. Love it.
Do nicely.
Whoa.
You hit.
Maybe not with that roll.
9.
You hit
9.
AC.
Wow.
You hit AC 12 because it's +3 to hit, and you do 10 points of damage. And it goes right through her, and as the blade's cutting down through her startled brow, her body parts and fades into dust. You feel a blast of energy hit you in the chest, and you turn and look at the rest of your companions.
Good
Horace
thing I'm
takes
closer to the
about
door.
20 steps backwards.
At this
So-
point, make an initiative check. Beat a.
Well, I lost
Peter.
the last one. It's somebody else's roll.
All right, I'll roll.
Beat a.
Here's mine.
14.
Wow. Yep.
We're slow moving.
I
We
would
are slow
also
moving.
ask for the cleric to heal me.
So from the. Let's see. One dead Lady Arian, one dead Kith Princess, one dead Kith Sorceress. Sorry, before you start your healing and whatnot, you can keep that roll, but you guys lost the initiative.
Right.
And you hear, like, let's see, how many are there? Oops, not-
1. Yes, we take 1.
Yeah.
Yes,
You hear
1. 1. Yes, 1. We'll take that.
6.
One purple worm.
Oh, I don't like 3. No, that's not a good
So
roll.
you hear, like, these 3 loud banging thumps in the ceiling of the tower that you're
Summon
in.
gargoyles.
That's our
And
cue
from
to
the
leave.
door, the door bursts open, and these gray winged demon things come crawling into the tower.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's my cue to leave.
Those two, and from the thumps in the ceiling, you can hear them tearing into the roof tiles, and there's 3 holes, and these other demonic faces leer down at you and begin to squirm their way into the tower. Those 3 in the roof can't quite make it in this round, but the 2 at the door will. I just need a suitable token.
I suggest we kill the ones at the door and start
Door
running.
and run.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's too bad.
Oh,
I
that's
really
no,
hoping
that's
to- really hoping to lose her treasure.
no. That's too big. No.
This is eerily reminiscent of Justice League and Parademons.
That's yeah, no.
That's big.
That's an Umber Hulk, man. That's nasty. If they're
Yeah,
Umber Hulks, we're
this
just
is-
dead.
This is very, very much reminiscent of Justice League and Parademons.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we need Superman.
Let's see who's charging whom.
Prince dead.
Looks like there's 3 good targets here. So starting from the top, D3. That's one comes running at Hammy. Yarg. And then the other one comes running at
Yep,
Hal.
of course.
Yarg. And they both lash out with claws. And they hit first against Hammy. They hit AC 14. And against Hal, they hit AC
Just missed me.
6. Sorry, 10. AC 10 against Hal. Does that
That
miss for both of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hal has an armor class of 13, so
I got a
yes.
15, which is why I run slow.
All right. Just checking their hit dice. Okay, cool. All right. And initiative.
No, we already rolled.
No.
We lost.
Yeah, we
Oh,
lost.
you lost. It's your actions. Sorry.
Yes, it's our
Well,
actions.
Gerda's action we already did, which was a successful healing spell on Ethan's.
Okay, so
Yeah.
move Gerda to Horace.
And it was one hit die. Woo!
There you go. Dang.
That you are on fire with your deity today. Okay, so do we see any other demon gargoyle things coming, trying to get through the door?
No, just no others trying to get through the door. Just those.
Just those two, and then a bunch of them up above us. Okay. Now that Horace is feeling very rejuvenated, his foot's feeling better. Attacking Hal, since that's the closest one.
Okay, you're going to charge the one that's engaged with Hal.
Go for it.
Yeah.
No mighty deed. Okay.
No declared one anyway.
All right. You're looking.
Okay, and that's a crit.
Oh,
That's a crit.
Oh, because you're a warrior. Nice.
he's a warrior.
All right. What's your crit die?
Oh,
Level 2
okay.
warrior. I don't know.
He goes from a fumble
Excellent
to a
question.
crit. That's nice.
D14, I believe. Looks like 14. Oh, let me double check that. This might be the wrong character sheet.
Warrior's like one of the first, isn't it? No.
Warrior needs food badly.
Warrior's one of the last guys.
Crit die.
Yeah,
is
there it is, like last one.
Yeah, D14 on table 3.
Okay, so it is right. Good. D14.
Waste this, Jack. Waste this thing. Let's get out of here. I just want to.
Don't forget to apply any of your luck mods.
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be my S2.
Holy. Oh.
Woo!
Still, it's a 10.
It's a 10 on table 3.
So you do your normal damage, but your strike severs the outstretched claws in both the demon beast's arms. So the claws have been rendered from its body. These stone claws go flying. There's an asterisk. I don't know what that means. You did 8 points of damage.
Yep.
Nice. I track the damage against this creature. Does anybody else have an action this round?
Yeah, Hammy's got my back.
Okay, Hammy.
And so do I. And Viridian.
Oh, and Ridian, right.
Okay, I got a hit and a miss.
A hit and a miss. And these are melee attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, short sword.
So
oh,
D6.
right. You're dual wielding.
Dual
Yeah,
wielding.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Short swords, D6 or D8?
D6. They're 6s.
And I don't think I have a strength modifier on Hammy. Nope, just agility
Oops.
and intelligence.
Oh, Ghost
Yeah,
rolls
I'm a
11.
wizard.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in the wrong browser.
Okay.
Hit Ghost at 11 points damage to one of the creatures. Ghost is on our side. That's important to remember.
It is important.
Yes.
Let's see. How much did you do to the creature,
He did 3.
Ethan? When you?
Oh, I did 8.
You did 8.
8 and severed its claws.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
A
And
little bit of redemption.
how much did you do, Peter?
3 to the other one.
I have now dealt as much damage to my foes as I have to myself.
It's an important balance to it. Jeez.
Wow.
You
We
say
are awesome.
you did 3, Peter. Is that right?
Yes, I did.
All right. Who's? I think there's Iridian left, maybe.
And Hal.
And Hal.
Hal will attack the one in front of him.
Okay.
Hey.
The one that's been declawed.
Yes.
Oh shoot! I forgot about these guys. All right. Mm-hmm.
It's not letting me roll. Hold on. Oh.
Damage.
What do you mean you forgot about these guys? What's
I
there to
just
forget?
I just forgot something.
Okay, so Hal hits AC 16 and does 4 points of damage.
Okay, I'll catch that in just a second and just
That's
make.
kind of, so this in the chat window, so you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, 9. Half of that is 4.
So that's the one that Ethan's already whacked up pretty good. So
This forest is on fire.
And how much did you do this one, Brian?
4.
4, eh?
Mm-hmm. Average roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
slowly.
you know, you're wailing on these creatures. Horus, when he charged and struck off the claws, and they splinter into these stone fragments, and your additional weapon strikes through the melee. It's like attacking a stone pillar. These cuts and thrusts that should be doing damage are just extremely ineffectual.
I don't like the sound
Maces. Maces.
We need maces.
We need hammers.
Where's Gabriel?
Jackhammers.
Gerda's got
Where's
a
Gabriel
hammer.
and his whirling hammers?
Gerda's got a mace. She doesn't have a.
You know what? I think mace or hammer is the one thing I'm not carrying on this character.
I think it's time to run.
Nils, what are you doing? What is Ridian doing? He's like got this blue energy, this pale blue energy coursing around him.
Okay.
And a sword saying, "I hunger."
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
run up and attack this guy that's there.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
And this is including the +3 for attack. I don't know if there's any pluses for damage. So
Yes, there are, and in fact now it's +4.
whoa. Does that roll?
Is it going to keep increasing?
No, I don't see anything.
That's scary.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, a fumble.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ow.
your fumble die, Nils.
Well, he's not wearing any
Um,
armor, so
Nope.
Well, I'm wearing padded, but that's
D8
doesn't
looks like.
require to kill it.
Stop imitating Ethan's bad rolls. Imitate his good rolls.
My fumble die is a die 4, which I guess is why they die 4 was rolled. Fumble 3 on the fumble
Padded
table.
Padded's a D8 actually, so just roll me a D8
Okay, I didn't
and
realize
then
I changed that.
apply any luck mods.
Okay, so I have a -1 luck, so is that adding 1 to it?
yep,
Yeah,
it's a 3.
3.
That's a 3.
Oh, so the weapon slips free and you struggle to grab it. So your next attack, you'll be -2.
We can live with that one.
But you're still
Because our
on
next
positive.
attack is going to be running.
Stop
Yes,
laughing at me,
horse
Erica.
is running.
But you can't run from combat. They get free hacks.
Well,
This
I'm
doesn't
the
have
one
any
that I cut off
claws.
his arms.
sometimes taking the free hack is okay.
Okay, good point. And you did literally disarm that one. So
Yeah, one of them is it will be fighting with a penalty.
well, I'm casting a spell as I move just before you roll initiative. I want that out there.
Okay, so you're getting ready to cast. All right,
Yeah.
so that's everybody's actions done, and now we're on to initiative. Can
Next
I get an
round.
initiative roll from one of the players? And
You want to change initiative?
I think it's Ethan or Ghost's turn.
beat and 11 plus an 11.
I rolled a 13.
All right, well done.
Yay! Horse is running.
So you guys are up.
Yes,
Horse
I think
is-
Hal
horse will
and Horse are
take
running,
back
so
and is
the creature can
running.
take its choice of which one of us it wants to hack at.
Or both of us. I don't care.
I'll hack at both of you if you both run, so that's fine.
Before anything happens,
enough.
I want to cast Word of Command.
Okay, go ahead and cast your word of command.
Do it. Oh yeah,
That's a pretty good roll.
That's commanding.
20.
And how does it manifest, Peter? I don't think we've had your manifest.
Oh no, we've used it, and you and I talked about it, and the voice comes from everywhere.
Oh, the booming
all
voice
around.
from all around. Okay,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
echoing around in the interior of this tower.
Yeah, but the description, because we liked it a lot, was words resonate. Word appeared. What was it? Word seems to come from all around, including the air and the ground, which is very.
Ground. Oh my goodness.
What is this word that you've spoken?
Flee!
All right.
The cleric can speak a word target 60 feet. They're there, and plus the ones up on the roof are there. With a gesture and clarifies its intent. I use my middle finger. Oh. If the creature fails its save, it must obey the command for the number of turns equal to D6 plus the cleric's level.
Okay, so it is. It's looks like it targets a creature, a single target. So which one would you like to target? There are 3 in the roof towers.
Okay, hold on a second.
Sorry, the tower
Run in
roof.
front of Hammy.
20. Hammy's burning 2 luck.
To
I
bring
got
it
one
up
of
to
them
a
back.
24.
24 multiple targets, up to 6 creatures.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Same command
Such
applies
as all
to
of them?
all.
that does apply to all of them. So go ahead and roll your d6 plus caster level to see how many turns they must obey this command.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
6 turns.
So they do flee, right? They
Well, doesn't make
almost in this like startled panic, and they flap away. Yay, yay, yay.
Now let's do the same thing and get the fuck out of here. Sorry to
so
interrupt the combat.
That's fine. These, yeah, so these guys are. That was well
Oh,
done.
Horace needs no more prompting to start running.
Does anyone need mushrooms? Is anyone hurt?
No,
Oh,
ironically.
No, Horace is feeling fantastic.
Ironically, no.
I mean, Lady Arian. Oh wait, she's dust.
She's dust.
I'm gonna repeat. I enjoyed watching that happen.
Nils, so
Did Hammy take any damage?
you feel the coursing electric power fading away from your body, though your hair is still standing on end.
Oh man!
It's a good look on you.
All
I'm
right.
going to
see,
take a quick
wait.
bio break. I'll be right back.
All right, great. But I think that's let's. Well, no. Let's keep going. Let's wait for Brian, and we'll take 5 guys.
I'll be right back.
All right, thanks.
I got a bad feeling we're a long way from the end of this.
Well, actually, last week I think Aaron said we were just about done with the second module.
Which is this is it.
Yeah, but
Which I think is why
At
we're
this point-
pressing on to finish it.
Well, we don't know what killing her did yet. We haven't left. We haven't gone back into the building, and I think we need to just because the Vizier, we don't even want to take a chance. We need to avoid him if we can.
yeah, especially since now his whole reason for living is now gone.
Right. So we need to find a Crow King if we can get to the Crow King.
And do what?
Well, if nothing else, he's going to command the soldiers instead of the Vizier. That's all I'm saying. And tell him that his brother's dead. And
We did what he asked.
I have a bad feeling they're all going to attack us because these Kith are a bunch of fucking bastards. I don't have a good feeling about this. But boy, I've felt good about my rolls.
You are definitely in tune with your deity, my man.
So, I just realized we've resolved everyone's wishes, or not resolved. We've basically, the princess knows is dead, but she knew that her prince is no longer alive, so she can't get what she wants.
Named after
The
our
vizier
good
can't
friend
get what he
John.
wants because the princess is dead, and the king will know that his brother is dead. So at this point, everyone's wishes are no longer achievable,
viable, or have been completed.
Exactly. So I don't know if that might make a difference or not.
That's very interesting. That's interesting. Makes me want to say, everybody is dead. Everybody is dead, Dave. Dave, everybody is dead. You trying to tell me everybody's dead? Am I really the only Red Dwarf watcher here?
You're the only one that's watched it enough to be able to quote it.
Oh, Aaron can. Aaron does the best cat.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so Brian, we think we need to go towards the Crow King because we know the Vizier's going to he's going to blow his top and send the soldiers after us.
Hey, we killed one mouse. We kill them all.
Right, but we need
Winter.
to King and tell the king that the Vizier wants him dead so that he can screw what's her face, and I have a feeling that we have to. Damn, we didn't kill her with the. Well, she disappeared into dust. We didn't kill her with the rune sword.
Yes, we did.
We did kill her with the rune
Oh,
sword.
yes, we did.
Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, yeah, I think we need to kill each of them with the rune sword.
I think it's a good way to start.
Plus, it's just flavorful.
It's very cathartic, isn't it?
It is, but I think we need to get the king so he can send the soldiers after the Vizier, or at least not.
After us?
We can't take an army of these guys on. We can't.
You're right.
I can.
A certain wizard thinks he.
Right, yes, I know you can.
The rest
stand
of
behind
us,
me.
however,
Stand behind.
we'll stand behind you, way behind you.
Deal. We'll send the boat back for you. When?
Yes.
Soon. How soon?
All right, guys, I'm back with you.
All right.
What is the plan of action?
You missed my Red Dwarf quote.
Oh, I'm sure it'll happen again.
and again.
So I'm going to present an interesting quandary to you. What was it that Lady Arian could do for the party?
Yeah. Well, theoretically, she could use her magic to send us back, or to end this thing.
To end the time loop, right?
Right.
Where's Lady Arian now?
She's
Quite dead.
Okay.
So, well,
So
we're
we're probably all screwed.
That may have ended the time loop, or it may not have. We don't know. But the fact of the matter is, it was her or us.
Well, this is true. I mean, things went south pretty fast.
And it wasn't because we attacked her. It was self-defense.
True.
Agreed.
And as I was pointing out to that at this point with her dying, all three of the main characters no longer can achieve their goals, or their goals have been achieved. So the Vizier can't have the lady because she's dead. The lady's dead, and the Crow King will find out that his brother's dead, and so he's achieved his goal. So at this point, there's no left unresolved issues effectively.
Plot thread.
So if we resolve all the plot thread, do you think you might get us out of this loop?
See,
I don't
also
know.
remember that Lady Arian seemed to be the one who was continually casting the spell to reset the day, because when she ushered us out, she had to work on casting the spell to reset the day. So if she's dead, the day can't reset anymore.
No, I think the only thing that may have done it is
That's
maybe
an interesting. Buffy, shut your barkle.
I'm thinking, if anything, it was the rune sword that may have caused permanent death.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying that I don't think the day's going to reset anymore because she was the one casting the spell and she appears to be dead.
If Lady Arian was the one to cast the spell to complete the ritual, could send the Kingspire into the Fey lands. She's dead and can no longer do that, which means that the keep will soon be overrun by barbaric warriors.
And you know what? I don't think we care about that, do we?
Well,
as long as we're not in it.
You're in the keep. That's true.
So it sounds like what we need to do is go kill the raven, the king, to then go back to the vizier and tell him we've killed him. Now get us out of here.
Okay.
That's true. He said he could.
Of course, he could have been lying too.
Yeah. Then we'll just kill him.
And we're just going
to need to anyway.
And then we'll surrender to the invaders.
No, I say we just kill and hide.
Well, I'd surrender to the invaders because I think they're gonna.
I don't think they're gonna save us. I don't think they care about us.
Well, to achieve true peace for all, sacrifices must be made.
Yes. Well, if we have to, we can go down below the dungeon level.
Yeah.
And maybe, if it's soon enough, we can save the Kith Maiden and the Iron Maiden. And maybe she can help if we really have to, but I think we have to.
Oh, that's right. She's not dead yet, is she?
Hopefully not.
She's not dead yet.
Well, I mean, today she's not dead. Today she hasn't died.
That's a sucky way to live.
So, are we going to go talk to the king, kill the king, or save the maiden? I think we need to
Horace
decide
wants to save
quick.
the maiden.
Of course he does.
I will follow your lead, my friends.
So we're kind of coming up on time.
Yeah.
I'm okay to play for a little while longer if you guys want to, but I just want to.
I have
time check,
and then I have to be done.
You have an hour, Ethan?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Was just.
What did you say, Ethan?
Ethan said he's good for another hour.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
You can't do an hour, right?
It sounds like this is going to be something that's going to take a little bit of time to resolve, and I mean this is a good stopping point. And I don't know if we want to try to get into the middle of something else and then have to stop in the middle. So
yeah, okay, I'm with you guys. Let's call it here for the night.
All right.
Because thinking about it all week is when I thought of paralysis for the worm.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So how about pros and cons? I guess that's probably the top of Peter's list for the paralysis versus the worm.
A number of Gerda's timely spells. I got to be honest. I'm really pleased with her tonight.
Any cons for you? Not necessarily with even the story, but the way the game was run, or
no cons. The only con is that we couldn't find a way to work with Lady. What's her name? That's bugging me.
Yeah, it was kind of the way it was sort of the result of the conversation, the way things went, and a couple of the reaction checks that I made. It just went downhill.
It happens. Yeah, it happens. Mm-hmm. But I had a feeling it might have anyway all along.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think there was a good way to break that news.
But driving off the flying stone demons with the word of command was pretty awesome too. What is Hammy's luck right now, by the way?
Oh, Hammy's down to a luck of 8.
Okay. Yeah, just chewing through that luck battery.
Yeah.
You guys did get food.
No, I'm sorry.
So
he's at a 7. I'm sorry. He's a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Yeah,
Brian, how about for you? Pros and cons from the session tonight?
Well, I think it was good all around. I really enjoyed making my one crossbow shot into that melee and not hitting anybody. That was pretty nice. No, that was always.
I just like having Brian in the party.
Yeah, I was glad I could make it again this time. So
yeah,
I've actually made 3 of their sessions now for this adventure, which is nice.
Yeah, just track them as hash marks against your character sheet, so you can be sure to level when you get that 4th session, which might even be next week. Who knows? Yeah. Are you in Denver this week? Where are you?
I'm in Denver this week for just some meetings. I fly back tomorrow night.
How's the new gig going?
It's interesting. I can talk to you about it later. It's its own challenges. We actually had a reorg.
Oh, good.
It's made things even more interesting. So
let's catch up about that soon.
Yeah.
Any cons for you out of the session?
I'd like to be a little more effective, but it's okay. Haven't done very much thiefy stuff yet with him. So
well, that last session you played in picking the trap, that was pretty awesome.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. So not as much this session, but that's okay.
Okay. So more thiefy bits. Okay.
More thiefy bits.
How about for Horace? Ethan and Horace.
Horace's pro is that he now has another chance to save the wonderful lady.
Ah, okay. Ladies man. How about cons? I'm pretty sure I know what that is, but
his con would be stabbing himself in the foot.
Correct.
Literally.
Peter, we did yours. Nils, Ridian.
I think being able to use the sword and get all juiced up from that would be my pro. Con would be I can't think of one.
Okay,
Hey, cool.
Well, guys, I'm glad that you all joined for the session tonight. I had a lot of fun. I think my favorite moment was distributing the looted armor into the 5 stacks so that the exiles wouldn't be aware of what you had done. I thought that was a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then con was yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think not getting to eat you with the worm.
Sorry, we succeeded in surviving.
Yeah, darn it.
I'm not sure how we were supposed to survive if we didn't pull that off.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Live to tell the tale another day. Awesome, guys. All right. Well, I'll catch up with you all online and next week for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.